Hello. Okay. Every time that we start, I resist the urge to go, hello, every single time. So I'm going to get us set up on the computer. Wife, do we even need us on the computer if you're on the job?
Put your references
Okay.
on.
Well, make sure you say all the hellos and stuff. We're getting a later start than normal because just chaos. Just some chaos. That's all.
Your garden variety pants.
Yeah, standard chaos.
Sharing the link.
This is a warthog. I did this warthog, molded,
Yeah, you did.
and now we're gonna start getting with the sculpty sculpts.
Rachel Powell, Hugo, hello. Cameron Steinblock, hello. Tony Sosa, Michelle Schulte. Love the shirts, she says. Hello. Stanley, Christopher Lazo. Big Dog. Ross Reichert. Andy Ferguson.
a lot.
Jason Agostini.
Hello.
Ray Hawkins. She's my favorite. Third Degree of Terror. Molly Redfern. Ezekiel Bradshaw. Scott Creighton. Brandon D. 24 people are watching in 60 seconds.
How many people?
24.
That's a lot of
Dang.
people. Hi, everybody.
Oh, hi, Glenn McCabe. Mike's Haunted Woodworks. I have all his albums.
Yeah. Okay. We're on a little later tonight, just because of things. Very busy day.
Scott Creighton. Stacy is our. Put the camera on Stacy there.
I will. Wait, it was.
It's not.
It was briefly.
Ding!
Stacy is guest sculpting tonight.
Why, hello.
We can't let them see the list because they will cheat. We know that they will cheat.
There's cheating so-and-sos.
And make sure those are numbered.
Real
Yeah,
fast.
just get them numbered because we gotta. White, you're in charge of picking 2 folks for Stacy to pick numbers, and 2 folks for me to pick numbers.
I don't know who's already picked in the previous.
They'll tell you. We'll go in the honor system.
All right. You can send it to my mom.
Hooray! Need to grab some clay for us.
Whenever Big Dog picks, we get pizza. I say Big Dog.
Ah.
Oh. You like pizza?
All right. Ross Reichert. I have creepers on her. Oh, that's very sad.
Swearsies.
Okay.
Sculpting lottery.
You sharing your link?
Yep. Trying to make sure.
Tell a story or something because
Oh,
it's become
okay.
a thing. I have to go grab the car keys from the house to get the car to get the
Now,
plane.
now it's a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stacy, talk about what you're doing tonight.
I will talk about what I'm doing tonight. So tonight we're going to be shooting our usual, what's now become the usual Wednesday night lottery for sculpting. So y'all are going to pick what we sculpt. But the story that Alan asked me to tell the last time he was live, I made a note to remember it, is the story of how Tony started working with us at Dark Hour. So I'm an actor trainer at Dark Hour, and my husband, Tony, also is an actor at Dark Hour. And he auditioned one of the years where we were doing full panel auditions. So we bring people in groups and have them do haunty things to gauge if we thought they were going to be a good fit for the show. And so we had all of the actor trainers and our casting director all lined up on a long table watching all of this. So we just had them do a werewolf transformation, and some of them made some interesting choices. And so they were asking, okay, so like, what's your favorite film werewolf transformation? And my husband is not a horror movie guy. He's not a monster movie guy. He is my sweet, soft-hearted buddy cop movie guy,
Aw.
and so he has not seen a whole lot, had not at the time, had not seen a whole lot of werewolf movies in particular, and so he was like third in line, and someone had already said the 2 werewolf movies he knew off the top of his head, so he was like, you know what, if I can't get a real good serious answer here, I will give a funny answer. So his response to what is your favorite werewolf transformation of film was Twilight. And it was almost like a joke setup, because all of the heads of the actor trainers sitting at this table turned to look at me like, this one's yours, and we know this one's yours. What? And then they called him Twilight for a long time. Some of the Bobby still call him Twilight. But yeah, so that.
And he deserved his favorite werewolf movie? Are you kidding me? Oh, breaks my heart.
And so it took him a long time to live that down. It took me a long time to live that down. They're like, we hired him anyways. I'm like, I know, like
He was great. Stand tall, Tony. Like what you
Yes.
like. You do you.
It was really funny. So he was like, they already said the ones I knew. So then we had to have Werewolf Education Month, in which we spent a month watching like every werewolf movie known to God and man.
Hooray.
And he is.
Ezekiel says, and he still got the job?
He still got the job. We're still married. Like it worked out.
Stacey, did you get a chance to eat?
I notched a little before I got here because I was not sure what the
I have a
plan
pocket
was.
cheeseburger.
Pocket cheeseburger.
Yeah. And I have a second pocket cheeseburger.
We want to
Just, yeah, see? There you go. Yeah, there's a microwave in the other room, don't forget.
Okay.
And here's some pocket ketchup in case pocket cheeseburger is not pocket juicy enough.
That is a very lame.
I'm having some desperate times
That's
today.
a lame dinner.
Wife, we don't judge.
Ezekiel says, that's some deep pockets.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
Twilight.
and now it goes on my list of things I can tell stories about. Remember that time I ate Alan's pocket cheeseburger?
Pocket cheeseburger. That's not
So,
sketchy or anything.
Listen, at Haunt, all right,
Oh my God.
every day when I was Carl outside the line, I would go to McDonald's or Whataburger or Taco Bell, and I would buy cheeseburgers or whatever, and I would just keep it in my pocket. And then while I'm talking to people, I would just pull, like, no wrapper or anything, I would just pull it out and take a bite and put it back.
That's,
It always got a reaction. Always got a reaction. And then, so one time there's this kid, and he looks and he goes, "Oh, that's disgusting. Is that a Whataburger?" I'm like, and Carl's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm low key jealous," because he had been in line a while.
only Alan can make a magic burger just appear. That's called being prepared.
Pocket burgers, guys.
It's better than him handing you that no pocket fries. Cheeseburger pocket.
Yeah, no one wants pocket
Oh,
burgers.
yeah. Some friends here very interested in this cheeseburger.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Hold your pocket cheeseburger. high.
Connie goes, and Stacy's eating it.
Yes, that's pocket cheeseburger's the best around.
And it's delicious.
I'm afraid where he's hiding the fries.
Now.
Eating to Hot Pocket.
Yeah, hot pockets. Yeah, if it's warm, you should
Oh
wear
my
it.
goodness, you're gonna have to tell the story one about the fair that time.
Which time?
Um,
Oh yeah, the sausage on a stick incident.
Oh no.
Wait, so you wrote yourself out this nice new list. And Alan's list has all this crossed out stuff. Like, I have a second-rate list, guys.
Listen.
All right.
You didn't say you wanted a pretty one.
Okay, so there are 7 things on each of our list. That's a lot of new possible sculptures. Do we want to figure out your list first or my list first?
I'll figure out my list first.
Okay, Stacy's list first. That way she has time to mentally prepare. So, wife, we need you to pick out some people.
How many?
2 people, because we're going to pick 2 numbers off of this. There are 7 things on this list. Oh, it was backwards and it was backlit, but they would have had to be fast. That's a.
Also, I have to read my chart with handwriting. So.
Or they could go backwards. I always forget that they can rewind while it's live.
Okay, first person, Joanne Crowley. Have you picked someone before?
Have you picked a number before?
Joanne, are you up to pick a number? Calling Joanne Crowley. I see you. Joanne Crowley, are you up to pick a number? She said yes.
All right.
All right, we
Between
have
1 and 7.
Joanne, pick a number between 1 and 7. Do you want me to go ahead? And after that, we'll pick a second person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see what we got on tonight.
I'm making a dog parade go by the camera.
There's a good reaction on the colored shirts. Everybody likes the colors, different colors, and the bright shades look great.
Probably can start putting play on.
Oh. Okay. There you go.
The cheeseburger got so much, so much.
In an hour, I have to quickly go pour out the shikumo. Just pour it up.
Later, I'm getting into that one. Sorry, guys. Look out. Sorry.
Do you have a second person for a second number?
Look out, Ben.
Look out, Bella.
Do we know the first number?
Move your butt.
Joanne chose number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5. Ooh, the plant monster is back in play. It's the plant monster.
Susan Atai, I see you. I hope I said your last name correctly. And are you game to pick a number? Susan Atai. Hopefully I said your last name correctly. Susan, are you there? Susan got her. Susan, I said it right, hooray! Susan's game, and what is her number between 1 and what?
Any number between 1 and 7 that is not 5. It could be 1 or 7 also. Any number between 0 and 8 that is
Susan?
not 5.
Susan picked 4.
She was very decisive.
Yep.
I like that.
So 4.
4, okay. So 4 added to the list today. Like I decided I was going to add it yesterday, because picking between like 2 things for each of us is not fun. Stinkor from the Masters of the Universe. Stinkor, which I actually am kind of excited about. But the plant monster I just need because we killed the old plant monster mold, and Stinkor I would just like to have in my life. Who doesn't want a Stinkor in their life?
Yes, Glenn, the half mask on. Chad says, Hippo, Stinkor. Glenn, the half mask armature is 60. Alan, how much for the stand that goes with it?
Oh, stands will be 25, and has something to show on that.
The stand?
I do.
The new one?
Yeah.
That we put in the place with the thing in the middle. It's the flat packable.
So it is 8:12 at 8:18. Who has to tell us who's doing the tallying, honey?
Need a third person. Rachel Powell, are you in?
You have to do the tally.
No die.
I'm eating a burger. You have to do the tally and tell us what she's sculpting. Is it going to be the plant monster that we all know and love, or is it going to be Stinkor, who is second in our hearts and first in our noses?
Rachel Powell, are you game to choose? Rachel Powell, are you game to choose?
Mike's making it ladies' night.
Ladies night.
Hello, Rachel Powell. Are you there? Everybody's throwing out there. Guys, hang on. Everybody's throwing out their.
They gotta work.
But she'll have plenty to count when she's up.
Rachel, I don't see you. Rachel, you're driving. Okay, no problem. Thank you. Let's see. Dead end yard haunt. Are you game to tally up? Dead end yard haunt. Are you game to tally up? Meaning, looking at all of these requests between Stinkor and the plant monster and tallying up the votes. Are you game dead end yard haunt?
Anyway, the stand is either going to be 25 or 30 bucks.
Dead end yard haunt can't do it. Okay.
Everybody's busy.
Chad Smith, you're the man. Chad, please tally up the votes. Begin your voting now. Go. Even if you've already voted.
Stinkor or plant monster?
Stinkor or plant monster?
Chad Smith, you are the accountant of the arts.
Do it, Chad.
You're going to tally it up and figure it out. Now, we're not going to check your math, so if you lie to us, that's cool.
Ooh.
But you might draw the ire of the audience.
Cover your list.
Oh, was it on screen?
How much time does Chad have?
Well, let's give him till 8:20.
6 minutes, Chad.
I will start putting clay on without knowing what I've got.
Now that's what we're deciding what Stacy's going to
Yes.
do.
Yes.
This is, and you'll have to pick more people for mine. So be ready.
Fresh people.
They don't have to be fresh. I'm not going to judge them.
Rob O'Brien. Rob O'Brien did a screenshot and posted it on the Creepers.
What?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Rob O'Brien.
All right, then I am reordering the list.
Rob
I got to
O'Brien.
reorder my list.
Oh, Rob.
How did you know he screenshotted it?
I just
Did somebody tell?
no. I just
Saw it.
got a notification and checked it.
Oof.
Rob
Trying
O'Brien.
to game the system?
You
Rob
are
O'Brien is the
so
real stinkor
rotten.
here.
Oh my gosh, Rob.
Shame.
Jared goes, that was fantastic.
You have to understand how low the stakes are. You know what I
Hashtag,
mean?
Right.
Damn it, Rob. Powers of the interweb. The system tattled on you, bud. Rob says, I tried to tell you. Oh my gosh.
I gotta be careful with that list. I
You are
didn't.
so rotten.
Yeah. All right. Gotta watch it. Gotta watch it. Keep me on my toes.
66 people are watching. Chad, keep counting.
Hello, everybody.
66 people.
We have 4 more minutes. Casting your votes.
Anybody who is watching or just tuning in or whatever, here's what's happening, all right? We have a list of possible sculptures that we need to have made. And you guys get to pick first via lottery. You picked 2 things off of 7, and then it bounces. We have 2 things, and you guys pick one of those 2. We don't know yet what Stacy is sculpting, but her options are Stinkor from Masters of the Universe and the plant monster, which is a monster that we need one of because they're cool. We haven't had one like that before.
Well, I mean, we have a toothy plant monster.
But not as, did you see like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's going to be interesting.
I guess we'll see.
I hate to say that, that's probably the hardest one that was up there.
Sure.
Probably was.
Well, we'll see.
What else on your list was harder? Cobra Khan would have been tough, and I think that would be tough.
Yeah, probably. And, you know, I don't know, like, I was going through the old Pinterest boards of reference and stuff, trying to find what, what, if I was speaking about any particular mask. But honestly, I think at this stage, where I'm at is, I think I'd probably be more keen to do something demon-y
Yeah.
that would fit in line with that idea that I'm tweaking.
Are people throwing up votes?
They Pretty much you've already voted, I think, Chad. It's just
Anybody can throw up their vote.
waiting out the,
Do you want to see a stinkor sculpture happen tonight? Do you want to see a plant monster sculpture happen tonight?
Cobweb says that Damn It Rob should be on the back of a Stiltby shirt. And Chad says, show the plant monster reference.
Oh, you want to pull up the reference?
Scott says, there were several warnings given about the list being visible.
Basically, it's the
We
angry.
can't see the
Yeah,
comments.
it's the
so.
angry plant from Super Mario Brothers. It's the angry plant from Super Mario Brothers.
Can y'all see that? Let's see.
Here, I can zoom them in.
That looks like Tui.
It does look a lot like Tui. Oh, zoom in a little, out a little. That's a reference.
It does look like Audrey. I agree, Chad.
That's
2
a
minutes.
reference. And I am thrilled with either one of them, in all honesty.
Ooh, Obtenebration is on. Obtenebration, we're going to need someone to choose a number in just a moment. Are you game? Obtenebration, good to see you. Are you game to choose a number in 3 minutes?
On my list.
This
Yeah,
is
you'll be choosing what I sculpt.
helping us to decide what Alan is going to sculpt tonight. Obtenebration, are
I
you
have
game
to-
to choose a number?
I have to reorder my list.
John Moisky, I changed my vote to Plant Monster. He can do it.
Yeah, I mean, you have time, like right now.
1 minute left.
Show them the stinkor reference, in case people don't know what stinkor looks like.
Stinkor. This is the one I like the best.
So stinkor and merman actually shared a head. So if we did that one, I would also have an original merman
Yeah.
to do as well.
Ezekiel, I don't care what you sculpt. I'm trying to find pocket cheeseburgers on the Stiltby site. Oh my gosh.
So yeah, there's Stinkor.
All right, we're at 8:20, Chad.
All
What's the
right.
word? What is Stacy going to sculpt? Chad, tell us what she will sculpt tonight.
Drum roll, please.
While we wait, Monster Dennison says, I'm still thinking about seeking help over my dream about sculpting a crazy Carl mask this morning.
Oh,
I
boy.
think I have some underlying issues.
Yes.
Some people have issues, some people have volumes. All right, so what's our word, Chad?
Come on, Chad.
Count on you, buddy.
Do this whole process over again. We're almost at 8:30.
This is me hoping that I'm keep on your clay on.
Okay.
Chad!
List. Had to make another one.
Stinkor!
Stinkor it
Stacy
is.
is doing Stinkor.
Now I've got to throw this to my paper shredder. Here you go, buddy. Here you go. Just take that. Okay, bye. All right, Stinkor. All right, and for me, I need 2 people, honey. We have
Obtenebration
Obtenebration.
is going to pick one. Christopher Lizotte, are you good to pick a number? Christopher Lizotte. Christopher Lizotte. He is good, so.
I need 2 numbers between 1 and 7.
Obtenebration, please pick a number between 1 and 7.
And it could be 1 and 7.
Christopher Lizotte, please pick a number between 1 and 7. Christopher picks 2.
2.
Obtenebration, Christopher just picked 2. I need you to pick another.
Remember, you're choking. Say Heimlich maneuver.
All right.
I have lost internet. Oh no.
So
There we go.
we have on the list Leech, who is one of the characters from Hordak, which is actually kind of a cool monster. Now the toys suck. It was just a giant suction cup face, but there's a lot of art that is pretty good around Leech. Or monster feet. They showed up again on the list. I need a pair of monster feet. In which case, all of my clay work has been for naught, and I pull out a pair of kids' shoes and I start sculpting on those. So it all depends on what you guys want to see. You want to watch me sculpt monster feet, or want me to watch me sculpt leech, which is a leech-headed monster?
Yeah.
Michelle Schulte, are you good to tally votes? Michelle Schulte, are you good to tally votes? People are already sending in the. Hang on, guys.
Leech, they can start saying it whenever that person has to go back and look. It's a lot of work.
Well, I can tell you who's going to win already.
Feet.
Yes. Yeah. Michelle, thank you. Michelle, go ahead and start voting, guys. I don't know that it's necessary. Poor Leech is the ugly girl at prom.
I'm right here. Come on.
I'm excited to work on leech. I mean, I think that'll be fun. That'll be a good
I don't
monster.
think it's going to happen. Okay, Michelle, please take the next 6 minutes at 8:30. That's 6 minutes to tally. If that's even necessary. Michelle needs to know what we're stepping in feet.
Listen, it is completely Michelle's call. She is the benevolent dictator of this, not just the accountant. If she wants to see one, she can pick it.
What kind of monster's feet? They want information on the monster feet.
Generic feet.
Beats.
They have to be generic feet, so I can use them for several things.
Chad says, Michelle, if you say leech, we know you pick what you wanted.
That's her prerogative, though. Like, you can't be mad.
She ain't here to make friends.
Are you showing feet references?
You will be.
I don't have any feet references. I didn't make any references for those. I'm going to wing it.
Oh, boy.
Why isn't He-Man in that picture? Or is that the bad guy?
That's a person. I only do bad guys.
It's a personal choice.
I'm asking because I'm not the cool kid in the room, and I'm asking. Don't take umbrage to the fact that I didn't know that was just the bad guy.
Because He-Man looks like the little Dutch paint boy after he hit the gym.
Okay, I'll give you that.
That's what He-Man looks like.
Thank you, Glenn.
That haircut, I could pick He-Man up.
Hashtag wife's not cool.
That should be a t-shirt.
It's true. It's okay. It's best to know what you are and what you are not. 62 people are watching. Hey, Rodney. Rodney, we're voting.
And I thought for sure that Stacy was going to put Leech on her list. So I let her pick the art. But you know, like, see, that's a nice head. That's nice. This is
I didn't think all trash.
this is the least strengthery of all the Leech heads.
They're all pretty stinky, but
Yeah, well, he's the giant suction cup. I mean, that was his face.
Alan, your notifications are up.
and then
Oh.
Rodney, we are voting on what Alan is going to, oh, thank you. We're voting on what Alan's going to sculpt, either a leech or monster feet.
Leech Man he was one of the horde characters.
Or monster feet.
Or monster feet. What does this leech head look like? Leech looks a lot like Killer Croc. Let's be real. Ooh, but I like that tongue.
Yeah,
Look
that
at
was-
sweet alien tongue
that
he's
was
got.
kind of the thing I thought was good. It was a little less sphinctery,
I like that.
a little proboscis. He says,
Reference, no.
looking at reference like,
And this is pretty much what he looked like on the cartoon. Right there. So he is a lizardy type of creature. Who will be fun. But, you know what? I need feet, man.
I was gonna say.
I need them all. I'm going to collect the whole set. Everything on these lists, you're going to see sculpted eventually.
Shady.
But which
Little
one you're going to
jumper.
see tonight? Will it be the leech? Or will it be the monster feet?
Glenn McCain says, I still have a leech action figure.
Yeah. Those guys are fun.
2 minutes.
Eyes on this. Just cover the whole thing and make a note where the eyes are.
You can. What are you sculpting again?
Stinker.
I was
Oh.
thinking put in.
If you can see out of it, then the actor has to see.
So if we sculpted with eye forms on the intent of, like how would we do those? Like, would we put those as mostly filled and leave the slits
That's
unpainted
possible.
as visible
Those are pretty big eyes.
Stacy, what are you sculpting?
Stinkor from Masters of the Universe. He is skunk.
That's awesome.
Rodney just joined us. He's catching up.
Stinkor never got any love.
Because he's a skunk.
Right, because they stink. You only get the stinky love.
Will Stinkor have lenses?
That's kind of what we're talking about.
Yeah,
Like-
you're gonna figure it out. Yeah, I mean, I would, if you can find the right size eye form, then what we could do is just cut out enough of the eye, and you put black screen back there,
Yeah.
and let that be it. Then it's got to be really close to the eye, so it works.
Do you
If
think
you
it'd be better
can-
to do it like the fish man and have it underneath the eye?
Well, will that work with his proportions of head?
It's mostly mouth and ears.
Says Alan, the Stinkor sculpt could easily be used as Michael Jackson's Wolfman.
Hey, that's not good.
We are at 8:30. Michelle, what's the word?
I don't think the
Michelle,
mouth is there for that.
what is Alan going to sculpt?
I stopped working on this. I don't know. I'm not doing feet. What's happening? Mass hysteria, cats and dogs living together.
So it
Michelle
looks
says you are doing feet.
I'm doing feet. Get this crap out of my way.
That's perfectly good play.
It is. It's gonna go on my feet sculpture.
Now, this does kind of look like you can have like the interior, because it looks like they're pretty wide spaced.
Yeah. Well, the drawing is more white space than the toy,
Yeah.
and you have a lot of black space in here to do the eyes.
Yeah. Okay.
So Stacy, just make a cat for Shannon and then make a video.
You know, he's not a cat. Like,
I always wonder why merman had cat ears. I
All
always
right.
thought he
this
looked
is
weird.
probably why.
Thank you everyone for voting, for picking numbers, and for our voter tally, folks.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Merci beaucoup.
Stacy will be sculpting Stinkor. Alan is sculpting Monster Feet.
I
Cheney
have
is
myself a
shooting
pair of.
a stir stick.
Okay. I have a pair of Walmart Keds shoes. Keds is a brand. These are not Keds, but they're Keds-ish.
It's S.
Is Keds a type of shoe?
No.
Am I making stuff up?
It's a brand.
Okay. They're like boat shoes, right?
Yeah.
Michael Lasser says, I got some sad news today. My Asylum Haunted Scream Park is permanently closing.
Oh no.
Oh, that stinks.
Sorry, Michael.
That stinks. Upside, you're a free agent.
Line Cook Thor says, you got this, Stacy.
You got this, Stacy.
Probably.
Thief. Who knew?
Well, you're gonna have to move the cameras. I
You
don't.
will.
Okay, or move you because we can see Stacy, but we can't see all of you.
That's just how it works. I mean, normally it's one or the other because like we're set up opposite ways so we can work. So, and then we'll just move it every now and then. Give me a heads up like every 20 minutes.
Grace says, I believe in you, Stacy.
Thanks, Greg.
Okay. When you guys are tired of looking at feet, let me know. We'll move it to look at Stacy's skull. The hard part about this is making sure that it's built out enough, but not too much.
Yeah.
Hello, Amanda Nance.
So what time is it? It is 8:30.
You want some guideposts?
Yeah, give me some.
Okay, so by 9:30, you should have all of your main forms on, and so probably about by 9, you should be raking and smoothing and no longer adding really large lumps of clay. And just pretend I'm fast, so give yourself some leeway on that.
Yeah.
I think I should be able to get both feet sculpted in the time we have tonight. So the way that these are going to work, all right, you can see that I have these shoes, and I'm building them up on top of the shoes, and then I'm building them up enough so they'll shrink down. I'm going to leave the foot open on the bottom so that anytime you put something in between the actor's shoe and the ground, it's a trip hazard, it's a slide hazard, whatever it is, it's a hazard. So I try not to do that. And I just want some nice covers that are going to slip over this, and I'll sculpt a little cone up on top of the foot, and that way you can cut it off to wherever it hugs your ankle. If it tapers enough, then at some point it's going to be the right size for your ankle. Your ankle. Your ankle, Robert.
Excited to see the process on your feet, says Chad Smith. Scott Green says, you should be done by 9:35, Stacy. Let's go.
Chop chop.
It's like Scott works in my shop.
83 people are watching. You've been on for 36 minutes.
Hello, 83 people.
So one thing that I do sometimes, that I used to do, I haven't done it in a while, is I will look at my reference and then I will sculpt, I will draw out just the quickest. What are the big forms? Then that's what I focus on. And then so you get into a cartoon stage, then you get into a refined stage.
Yeah.
It's all about refining. And don't push the clay around for too long.
Yeah.
If you're not building up a form or whatever, then figure out what you're doing. So I've just had a change of thought. Instead of doing 5-toed feet, or I could make a foot. I have another pair of shoes over there that's size 10. I could make a clear right foot and left foot and make 2 pairs. Or I could do one in this size and one in the other size and make remember how I did the creature hands with its a thumb on each side? And just make it so it's even, and that way this foot would work for right or left. I don't see any negatives to that, because I could always just make a buck and then make a mold and then pour up a pair at a time. So what do you guys think? Should I do right and left, or should I do one size and then another size? 2 sizes?
Someone wanted to bond the feet to a pair of shoes. Would you use latex or contact cement?
Contact cement.
Will any size shoe work?
Yeah. I'm doing these on 11 because I'm hitting the most common shoe sizes right now. So this will be size 11.
Hello, Kirk Hyde. Demon Face 666 says, so you're making monster feet? That's cool.
I am. I'm making monster feet, and Stacy's making stinkor. I am so jealous. I wish I were doing stinkor.
Warren, the resin head forms were supposed to go up today. I have one thing to video that will happen after the live feed, so watch for them to go up tonight. I don't care if it's 2 in the morning, they're going up tonight.
It's happening.
So you're getting two sizes, right, left, 2 sizes, 2 sizes, 2 sizes. You'll be smarter when you go to pour them. Two sizes, 3 toes, 2 sizes.
3 toes. Yeah, that makes sense. Or I could do 5 toes. I could do 3 main toes, and then do 2 little toes on each side. So that I could do a 5-toed foot that is even. What you also don't want to do is you don't want a big toe sticking out inside of the step. So, because when you walk, they're going to rub together, and that's going to be a problem.
Make it where it would work for either foot.
Yeah. You're building up very quickly. Right now, I think you're rocking right along. I can only see the side of it, but you're in good shape. And by 9 o'clock, should definitely be using tools by then.
How about a webbed foot?
I don't need a webbed foot. I need a foot that'll work for werewolves, that will work for trolls, that will work for the grouch. I just need a foot that's going to work for a couple different monsters.
Go, Stacy, go. So, Alan, what kind of monster feet are you making? Wolfman feeds, creature from the Black Lagoon, Skeletor feet?
Kind of generic. I'm doing feet that will work for a variety of creatures. That's what I need here.
Did you just say clay on the inside of the shoe, like a dam, or another reason?
I put clay in there so I wouldn't collapse the shoe. I needed to have the structural strength so that when I push on this outside, it doesn't just fall apart. Because shoes are squishy. So I just fortified the shoe.
Alan's shoe after going a long day after school night.
Yeah.
Your foot. Rainbow.
So I'm roughing out general forms right now. So he's got these big eye ridges, kind of wrap around. He's got big ears.
Mike's Haunted Woodworks would like to know, what's your favorite monster foot?
Okay, that's easy, and that's Pumpkinhead's feet. If you look at Pumpkinhead's feet, you can see where the actor's foot is, and the actor's foot is on an incline, and it just ramps right down to these 3 really awesome toes. Pumpkinhead's feet are pretty killer.
So when you're done, you do have to make a mold, right?
Yes, I will have to make a mold.
How do you feel about the trolls that have elephant rhinoceros-like feet?
I don't mind them. Stumpy feet are actually harder to walk in. The alien queen, her feet were they looked like she's wearing high-heeled shoes. Kind of cool.
Looking good, Stacy. Wow, Stacy, nice.
He's knocking it out.
Is Stacy making an owl? Bing dong.
You know what? If we look at that, if we just cover the beak, cover the mouth, and just sculpt the beak to glue on,
Yeah.
that would work as an owl.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a great owl. I was going to ask
She is now.
if you want to do that little bridge piece in clay, or if we want to have that be an EVA foam add-on after.
Is his nose permanently clipped? Like he clipped his own nose? That's what it looks
That
like.
is what that looks like, yeah.
Yes. We'll do it afterwards in EVA.
Okay, so we'll just
Give him a little teeny nose.
Give him a little nose.
He's got a little bitty tiny nose.
So these feet will be made to wear over actor shoes.
Yes.
The shoe is very creative. I continue to watch carefully, says Hugo.
Hooray, Hugo.
Shannon, I know you've been busy, but any word on stickers? There's stickers on the still piece
There are stickers on the Teespring.
on the YouTube. Chad, we do have some stickers on the YouTube store. So you can look on the Still Piece page on YouTube, go to store, there is a sticker there. I still have plans for more stickers in the future. Not enough hours in the day.
One of the things that me and Stan were doing today was designing labels for the mask paint. I have mask paint and airbrush makeup coming. So here's
Big dog, I have no censor button. Stickler is coming along great. It's a duck, a gargoyle. Alan, I have one question. When you make commercial masks like war or anything commercial, and you try to sell it, can you get in trouble for that?
You could. Yes. You could get in trouble for it. You must be cautious.
Caution must be exercised.
Horror Beauty says, yay, dinner and sculpting lottery. What is being sculpted?
I'm sculpting monster feet, and Stacy is sculpting Stinkor from Masters of the Universe.
Happy anniversary to Patrick Redding and his wife, 14-year anniversary.
Hooray!
Happy anniversary.
Should you be at dinner or something?
1980 says Stacy's mask is a hoop.
Woohoo!
That's a joke.
Jim's jokes.
We've got jokes.
Where I take off my shoe and look for breakfast. That's not true. I'm not going to do that.
Sick. I feel like you have a flavor after having been out here for British Chocolate today.
Yes, 1980, your jokes are censored. You are officially on review. You did it to yourself.
No one to blame but yourself.
Patrick Redding said, I had dinner already. Now it's time for still feast.
For dessert. Still feast is dessert.
Because we're sweet.
How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
I never made it without biting.
The world may never know. Good job so far, Stacy. I can see the Stinkor silhouette coming together already.
Thank you.
I'm not a big fan of Tootsie Rolls. Like, I'm just not a fan of that flavor.
Oh.
So my Tootsie Rolls pops lasted a long time. As soon as I hit the brown stuff, give it to the ants.
It's looking good, Stacy.
Thank you. Merci beaucoup.
Scott Colhart's put out your headdress.
Thank you, Scott. Rodney, I got your email if you're watching. I'll get back to you today. I just saw it a little while ago. What I'm thinking, eyeball forms wise, some of those like half Christmas bulb.
Do I have them?
Yeah. Would they be the other eye form? Maybe?
Yeah, try the other. Yeah, because you're trying to hit a certain size.
Yeah.
Do I do a center toe? Or do I do nothing? Yeah, I gotta do a center toe.
Chad says, Tootsie Pops never made sense to me. Chocolate rubber in the center of fruity candy. Blow pops are where it's at.
Okay, I can see the child's desire for gum. Hey, we do have some.
I was gonna say, I'm
Great.
one of these baseball eye form
Linton says,
options.
if that bag of clay was moved just a bit, we could see both of what they are doing at the same time.
I don't feel like that. I feel like that one is.
Okay.
Did you ever put the humpback arms back up on the site? Humpback arms up on the site.
We have not put hunchback hands up yet.
Is Alan doing 2 sizes of monster feet?
Yes.
Is that what we landed on?
Nothing beats a pocket cheeseburger. I learned that tonight.
Man, a pocket cheeseburger in a pinch, pretty good.
Forward.
Ross says, hoot, knew Stacy could sculpt.
Well, it's a little generous at this point, but thank you.
Jane, leave the 1/15 alone. You are just.
I will not do that.
Rodney says I just had pepperoni pizza.
Hey.
Delicious.
Hard Beauty says, what is a pocket cheeseburger?
That's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah, well, I had a cheeseburgers in my pocket, and I shared one with Stacy.
And it,
I needed it.
So I thought that she needed a cheeseburger. I needed a cheeseburger. And my day did not go in such a way that I was able to go get one. What's going to be unfun is that really I need to sculpt both of these feet the same, because I'm going to do a smaller size and this size, but they should both be the same.
Linda says she likes the bigger ones. So I found Tim Tams at Target. My first thought was, they're okay. And then next thing I knew, I'd eaten 2 packages.
That one is smaller,
Yeah.
the other one's bigger.
Yeah.
So which one do you like?
I like the smaller one. I like that overall face shape better. I don't want to make sure you've got plenty of room to see.
I'm glad we didn't pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. Emergency cheeseburger in the pocket. Is a pocket cheeseburger like a White Castle burger?
I think it was a standard size
It
burger.
was a standard size. I have big pockets.
Linda, yes, Cheney was shopping. Stacy, do you have room for that cup?
Not yet, but the night's still young.
Stacy knows she gives me a certain look, and I'll have to.
That's the where's the booze look?
Shit, I need it. Okay. Pocket cheeseburger on a cold night. Was it a homemade burger or a store-bought one?
Homemade burger, Shannon made them.
Well, as a Stacy, I don't think I've watched you sculpt before. This is neat.
He hasn't really
I
either.
haven't really done this before.
All I pictured is the wimpy shoving burgers in pockets. What is the direction of her sculpt?
There's a character called Stinkor from the Masters of the Universe.
I'm cleaning my shop, so I threw this on my shop TV. Stacy, I like the placement of the eyes. Thank you. 89 people are watching.
Oh, 89 people.
Bulldog or an owl? Keep them guessing, Stacy. Ezekiel says, Stacy, did you get the files for me?
I did. I literally just got them right before we went on live. So I have not had a chance to look at them yet. But
Files?
yes.
Something I should be concerned with?
Yes.
Have you seen the
Taking
Adam
over
Sandler
that.
longest yard remake? Terry Crews plays an inmate that has a non-stop supply of cheeseburgers.
Nice.
Awesome. I like them.
Third degree says, at least it wasn't a gas station cheeseburger.
No, no one likes it.
However, gas station tacos,
Different.
whole different thing.
So I need to do an ankle bone on both sides.
Bomb burrito from QT.
Yeah. Bomb gets points.
And how?
QT is a big step up from racetrack. That's our local Sheets Edge gas station.
Ezekiel says, gas station food in Australia is a no-no for anyone visiting.
Have to have those immunities in place, huh?
working on situating his face around where I've put his eyes. So, had that built up and then needed to figure out where to put the eyes in, and now it needs to be shuffled. But,
We're about to hit 9 o'clock, about 6 minutes away.
yeah, I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I think I need to tool that thing.
Start raking.
Yeah.
Where do you buy your latex and plaster? Looking for cheap shipping.
Where are you?
Where are you, Tony? Alan, are you making a left foot too?
I'm making 1 foot that'll be both. And then I can sculpt another size. I'm probably a third of the way through this sculpture.
So what's this lottery about?
The lottery was, what are we sculpting? Because we don't know. We didn't pick it. You guys picked it.
Tony is in Odessa, Texas.
Oh, then you want Biddy Mold Supply. That's going to be the cheapest for you.
How many toes did you decide on making out?
5 toes.
It's really getting dialed in, Stacy.
Thank you.
Probably going to switch the camera for a bit and move you guys around to my side. After I look at Stacy's. Okay, I wouldn't do that.
You don't think?
I would move the eyes out past,
Okay.
because right now it's a necessary part of the eye.
Yeah.
Either put them right over the eyes
Mhm.
or go wider.
So if we put it right over the eyes,
Hmm?
then that means we need to fill in with.
We have to cut a slit.
Cut a slit. Okay.
Yep. We could also cut them out and screen it depending upon the sculpture.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, because he's got that big slit there already in his
Yes.
eyes.
yes. And I'd probably go a little wider than that. Because that's closer together than either of them.
Okay.
That they're going, whatever size the eye is, if they have to have that much space in between. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And that's space to fit a whole third.
Yes. Because if you look at all this, all of them have at least that much space.
That would be really close. But
It's close, but I think it would fit.
yeah.
This one, you have more than enough.
Okay.
So that just brings it out over the, like almost center. So for enough room for a third there in the center, that's about the middle of where the human eye is. Does that leave us enough room, like, to have that kind of visual?
What we can do is sculpt it the way it should look.
Okay, and then we'll figure out the eyes.
Yes, because we can always cut out the latex eye
Okay.
and put in a domed piece of screen.
Okay.
We are clear for comments and questions.
Okay. I'll start with Brandon D. Who wants to tell you a joke.
Go ahead, Brandon D.
Brandon says knock knock.
Who is there?
That's as far as we go. Okay. Is Alan making 2 feet or is he waiting for the other shoe to drop? You get one guess who that is.
Ross.
You gotta go. Wrong.
1980?
1980. Yes, 1980. I'll read that.
That means she thought it was funny.
I can't wait to start my troll sculpt from Ernest, just trying to figure out what I should use to sculpt on since my head broke.
Oh no.
Kitty P says Amazon has all 3 sizes from 5 pounds to 25 pounds, free shipping, ultra cal 30.
Cool.
Rico says no Halloween shows. Our beaches and forests are the horror show for real. Stacy, are you working on Merman?
Yes?
Well,
Question mark?
So she's working on Stinkor, but in the toy line, Merman and Stinkor had the same head, just a different paint job. So yes, she is working on Merman and she's working on Stinkor. The Merman that I did earlier, Mersapien, is a very stylized version and doesn't look much like the toy.
Where did you get those pieces that you are using for the eyes?
Out of the eyeball drawer.
It's a Christmas ornament. It's a Christmas ornament that we cut up. I buy plastic Christmas ornaments a lot.
Vic wants to know if you need a green screwdriver.
I don't need a green screwdriver, but that was a fancy green screwdriver. I guess it had a coating to protect from shock. I was very
Dan
impressed.
McPherson?
Dan! Ooh, later today I'll be pulling the farmer out of the mold.
Rico says, I thought Jonesy the cat was actually next. Jonesy hasn't made an appearance tonight yet. Will the Stinkor mask come with roasting?
Yes.
Quality stank on it.
Electrician's tools are usually clean. Chad Smith says, you know if Dark Hour is having or may have issues with getting insurance for the hunt under COVID-19. Just
We-
checking with my insurance provider, I know it's different from state to state.
We might.
We don't find it?
We're not there yet. I mean, honestly, we're not even having that conversation because Texas is in such sorry shape right now.
Chad says she acted like I may have issues getting insured.
Yeah, we might. Because they're, like Texas isn't allowing any kind of a big event like a concert. So if they class us like a concert or, you know, if we're a movie theater, we could be in trouble. Depends on what we are. I think this would be a defining year for haunted attractions. And you know, whatever comes out of this year, it's gonna set some precedents. It's gonna change some things.
Alan, you heard anything about coming to Illinois? I didn't know if that was still on.
Right now, I'm not coming to Illinois. I was headed there for the Midwest Haunters Convention, and they canceled. So they canceled, postponed.
Cutwork says here in Maine, they already canceled most things for fall.
Yeah, I mean it's happening, and we're reading the signs, and we're going to look at it and figure it out. But we're not going to make a call until mid-August because we just don't have enough info yet. We should, we don't.
Guess who this comment is from? Alan needs to sculpt bigger. Looks like a foot short from you.
I would guess 1980.
Correct.
Yeah.
Michelle says, no training for my friend's haunt. I was invited to come see you guys.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We get that sometimes.
Gregory Haynes. So saying in for the 2 sculpts. Nice to see Alan working on it. Go for it, Stacy. Ezekiel. No. Jordan easel. What is the difference between a troll and an ogre?
Okay. Well, ogres are goblinoid, so ogres fall in the goblin family, kind of with goblins, orcs, and then ogres are the next step up. That's their large size, and trolls are a different entity entirely. But troll is a whole classification of beings. Normally, they are known to have some both animal matter and vegetable matter in their makeup, which is why they regenerate at such an alarming rate. Trolls are also big. They're kind of they can vary in size, but there's big trolls like ogres, and there's little trolls like goblins. Yeah. There you go, trolls and ogres. And Asia is kind of devoid of trolls, but they do have ogres. And one way to escape from ogres, if they are wanting to capture you, is to flash them your genitals. And they
laugh.
they stop to laugh.
Yep.
And while they have stopped to laugh, you can make a getaway. I don't make this up, guys.
I believe that also
But you're
was a-
giving ammo to 1980.
I
You're
think
just
that was-
flat out giving him ammo.
was also a thing that happened in the Greek pantheon.
I don't know about that. I don't not believe you, but I don't know. Yeah, one center toe, and then two toes, and then two toes. And these are pads for claws. And the claws can't be like big sticky outy claws. They're going to have to kind of go straight towards the ground because you don't want to trip on them.
Dog says if people would quit licking the same spoon, there would be no food. Dan McCorson says, I just watched your giant rodent episode. Very cool, very cool. A few of them along the trail that startled.
Yes.
Brandon D would like to know, how do you feel about bugbears?
I like bugbears. Now there's a couple types of bugbears. Bugbears in the D&D sense are very, they're more of a regimented. They're almost like the hobgoblins. But there is the bugbear that inspires those is pretty different. In that a bugbear is a bigger version of a bogey that it's just kind of the boogeyman. Bugbear is a very common word to describe anything that's scary and haunts a certain locale. Jack and Irons was often called the bugbear, even though I would classify him as a ghost giant.
Mike's one of the worst. I totally put my earbud back in at the wrong time. Here comes 1980. Here he comes. He says he'll make genital jokes. That's low-hanging fruit.
Only if it's warm out.
Here he goes.
Sorry. I'm helping.
Okay.
Is that what that is?
Justin? Where are you, Justin? Hello?
Did you lose somebody?
You're doing rapid fire, Justin? Where are you? Oh, you retracted it. Okay. Rapid fire questions.
Oh god.
Hold up. Where would you live if you had to? Crystal Lake, Camp Crystal Lake, or Elm Street?
Probably Camp Lake, because right now I live in a cabin in the woods and it's lovely.
Stacy?
Same.
Bacon or no bacon?
Bacon.
What?
Wonder Woman or Catwoman?
Catwoman.
Probably Wonder Woman because of her heritage.
What would you rather deal with, the Blob or the Thing?
the blob. Yeah. Either way, it's a lot of fire.
Yeah.
Would you rather survive a horror scenario but some of your friends die, or all your friends live and you get killed?
Oh, goodbye, friends. I will make you great monuments. You know what? That's probably crap.
I feel like it probably.
I would probably sacrifice myself.
What's Stacy using for her squirrel's eyes?
Squirrel?
1980.
Squirrel. No, that was Vic Springsteen.
Okay.
They are.
Were
Were squirrel.
Wonder Blob or Cat Thing.
They are Christmas ornaments. It's half the
Yeah.
Christmas ornament.
So, you guys might be able to see where I'm going with my footy right now here. It's going to be a monster foot. Yep.
Just ordered shirts from the Stilpy site. Do we still get surprises in the order? Yes, Tina, you
Well,
do.
not
if you
okay.
order
If you
from
order from
Stilpy's,
Teespring, you don't get any surprises.
She ordered from the Stilpy site.
If you order from the Stiltby site, then yes, you get goodies.
The Teespring site, we actually do not
Yes,
get to do that.
they drop ship.
But we do if you order from here. Teespring's got a bit of test drive. It's gone very well. But if you buy a shirt from here, yes, I put goodies.
Well, if we make a joke funny enough tonight, you know what I mean, then we can build a T-shirt for it tomorrow. It could be up on the site tomorrow.
Sure.
That's the cool thing about Teespring, and we don't have to order $1,000 worth of shirts just to sell that type of shirt. I'm working on some things with Teespring that I think are revolutionary. I didn't get to show you yet. Did I show you? No, I didn't show you yet.
You show me nothing.
Yeah. Well,
Been busy.
there were things.
Stuff happened.
The surprise is the box is empty.
Yeah.
Chat says, can I get a pair of monster feet? Find them in the house. Michael Laster got his Monster Maker shirt today.
Did you? I didn't get mine yet. Maybe tomorrow. Although I do have a hard time I order like one of everything because I like color, you know.
Yeah,
So
one for your mother-in-law.
I'm gonna order one for my mother-in-law.
I was trying to find something to put in 2 mask boxes I've sold, but I couldn't find anything cool like y'all, so I gave up.
Who was that?
Rodney. Ezekiel says top secret scroll stuff, Stacy.
That's right. Super secret.
John C. says, if I order from Teespring and give you my address, do I get goodies delivered?
That's not how it works.
Leslie Norfolk.
Hey, Leslie.
Oh, I see how it is, Leslie. You watch when Stacy's on. Leslie works with us at Dark Hour. She is often one of our promo witches. She does a lot of stuff.
And she does the hats on the notes.
That's right.
She does.
Yeah, she worked with us in the booth too. You've seen her there for years if you see us at trade shows.
She says, she's my gal, says Leslie. That's
And
right.
So the first time that Leslie worked for Dark Hour, right? I thought she was drinking on the job
No.
because there was a Fireball whiskey bottle, a little plastic Fireball whiskey bottle that she had apparently found on the floor and didn't think it should be on the floor, so she kind of hid it backstage on her set.
Okay.
Which of course I thought, well heck, she's drinking at work, you know? Like where an actor would hide their water bottle.
Right.
But it was her Fireball bottle.
Wasn't fun. Shh.
So I legit thought, like I was giving her sign and everything. I kept trying to catch her drinking on the job. But turns out I don't think she was drinking on the job now. Or she's gotten away with it, you know. Yeah.
All this time.
Leslie's going, shush. Shannon, stop him. I said, no, I want to see you what happened. KBFX says, I can't find Tim Tams, and I'm slightly irritated with them.
Yeah, you should be.
Leslie says, at least you didn't tell him about the teeth issue.
Oh, no, that's another time.
Wow, Leslie, why don't you just put it on a platter?
I'll wait till you're here and you can tell that for story time.
That was a heck of a night.
Adventure. Excitement.
CS says, now you want to know about teeth issues. That's really rude, you know, just to talk about a story and not tell people.
Oh, I'll tell. I ain't scared.
Tell a story.
So, it was haunt season, and Leslie had a new pair of teeth that she had never worn before, and she says she didn't super glue them in, but I don't know. She used way too much of the white tooth adhesive stuff, and she got them stuck in her mouth, like to the point of she was wearing them hours after we closed. And I called her to make sure she got them off, and I could tell when she was talking to me she hadn't. And I'm like, turn around. So she came back. I think her plan was to go to a fire station and have them pry them off of her. But she did very well because I had to come at her with pliers and a screwdriver. Like I had to get an air chuck. Like I had to get all the tools out in order to safely get these off of her teeth. And it was quite a bit of effort. And for a long time, I didn't let her wear teeth after that.
Leslie went, oh crap. Thanks.
Yeah.
Story time, Leslie. Ezekiel says that's where the fireball comes in to get those teeth out.
Yeah, exactly.
The jaws of life to remove fake teeth. Alan to the rescue.
Oh, it was scary. I mean, for her, obviously, I'm in her mouth with a pair of pliers, a large pair of pliers. And if both of my hands are in your mouth, you're having a rough day. I don't have small hands. No one says, there goes Alan, that guy with small hands. No one says that.
Carl practicing dentistry. Truly terrifying.
Probably was Carl that night.
Leslie says, I have flashbacks to this day.
I bet you do.
You should. And he has pocket cheeseburgers. Alan, do you have any fantasy recipes you would like to try, food or drink?
Yes. Timpano from Big Night. Is that what it's called? Timpano is an Italian dish from Big Night I would very much like to try. And before I leave this mortal coil, if it's possible, I want to eat at a place called the Centimeter Restaurant in Vienna, where they bring out meat on a sword. And it looks so good
As opposed to like
that I want to go there.
Texas Day Brazil or something?
Yeah, different meat, different sword. Anywhere else I really want to eat? I'm really upset I didn't go to Chicago for Chicago pizza, but I did get some Chicago pizza, so I'm not going to complain too hard.
Lockhart says, I didn't know you had to be a dentist to run a haunt. You don't have to be everything, don't you?
Yeah, you know what you got to be is not scared. You got to be not scared. Is what you got to be.
1980 says, absolutely true story. When I was a child in Velasco, Texas, I was the first person to use the jaws of life on to remove my hand from a camper hole in my dad's truck bed.
Oh no.
Awesome.
Ruggedly Hanson says, I wonder if she would have held hot water inside her mouth and that would have softened up the beads and if you remove them.
Not enough. It's got to be too hot for your mouth for that to happen. It was a rough call. I'm liking how this foot's looking.
Yeah.
Take a peek.
Quality
I'm gonna
knuckles.
straighten out these guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna work on the back of the foot now.
Okay, so I've gotten some raking.
You have gotten some raking done. Yeah.
So, go ahead.
You have this much space between that eye and the nose.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have that much space between that eye and the nose. So figure that out.
Solid.
So as they said, she tried more. the alcohol soluble.
And I think you need to kick your ears back a little bit
Yeah.
so that this can sweep forward.
Okay.
Because it very much sweeps forward.
Yeah.
It's not flat side.
Okay.
And that'll clean up back here too, which right now is nothing.
Are you gonna put the hair on the foot?
Well, some versions, yes. This will be many feet. And
Hands?
a couple of these are going to go with my hair costumes.
Brazilian steakhouses. We have 4 here.
Who said that?
You go.
That's my favorite kind of restaurant. Absolute favorite.
Do you worry about if the toenails touch the floor?
Not if the toenails touch the floor. I don't want them to stick out too far. If they stick out too far, then they're going to catch on stuff, or they could fold under because they're latex, and then they could be a trip hazard.
Does Leslie just play gummy characters now?
That's right, just gummy characters. Actually, Leslie plays a witch called Halloween, which wears teeth, and she's actually excellent.
Do you still have that hand as a Halloween prop, or is it still attached?
Oh, that's
Do you
not.
remember where you got your Chicago pizza from?
Yes, we got it from a place called Luminati's, and we also got it from a place called Mugs, which was delicious. Both of them were really good.
Are you planning on giving a buck making stream? Stream on how to make a buck.
Oh, I probably will. I mean, I've done it on live feeds before. It's not like it's a alien or weird process. Yeah, I mean, I could do one live.
Ezekiel says the Cowboy Restaurant in Plano, serious food there.
Yeah. See, that's my favorite type of restaurant. It was called the Brazilian Cowboy, which sounds like a male strip club, but it wasn't. It was delicious food. Surprise.
Sadly, it's gone.
Is that Cowboys gone?
Oh, yeah.
That didn't last very
It
long.
was an oyster bar. That's gone.
Yeah.
And now it's an axe throwing place.
Huh.
And they'll last a month or two.
Make some Gene Simmons boots.
I've done that. There was a band called Strutter that was a Kiss tribute band. And I helped their boots.
How do you feel about the Cajun style voodoo witch hat?
Um,
I like it.
I like them. I'm a fan of Cajun style voodoo witch hats.
You like Texas barbecue, Ezekiel Bradshaw? Now they're talking food.
Of course he does.
We like St. Louis, and it's delicious. "92 people are watching."
Oh, 92 people.
A lot of people.
Justin Reed, thanks for the plaster video. I ask you questions all the time. That video pretty much answered it all.
Good. That's what I wanted it to do. And there's more coming. There's more plaster content. I didn't want to make a 30-minute video on plaster, but I've got some testing to do. I made some ingots of different types of plaster, and then I can test them and do different things with them. So more plaster goodness is coming. But I'm not going to make it a YouTube Wednesday. I'm going to just release it during the week.
Ezekiel says, when I saw barbecue and chicken burnt steak, St. Louis style burnt ends, damn it, I'm hungry. How do you mold a foot, upside down or sideways?
Right there. One piece mold right on top. Just like I was doing a half mask.
Brandon B says, I never had brisket in Texas. When I was in Fort Sill in Oklahoma, I only got to go to Wichita. They're talking about taking Ezekiel to Bates Chicken House.
Okay. Who's that? Leslie?
Rodney. Have you ever done animatronics and or servo mechanized heads before?
Yes,
How
I-
to get into it? Learn some basics like language and programming.
Okay. First of all, are you subscribed to Hallstaff? Hallstaff's animatronic workshop on YouTube. Huge fountain of knowledge. What I am to mask making and sculpting and molding, he is to the electronic side of it. I'm going to step up and go away from my sculpture so I can see it further away and from different angles. And while I do, I'm going to give you Stacy.
So,
How do you,
put back the ears, son.
No.
Not enough?
Cut them off, move them.
I did.
You did?
Look, pieces that I cut it off. I leveled out underneath it and shipped the whole thing back.
To me, look at how that's almost a 45 going back. This one has some curve, but these are like straight back. So
Okay.
I think they would be further back. I think their points are going to be back here.
Okay.
Because it's a nice angle, it's not a nice travel.
Okay.
It's got to have a little more travel in it.
So,
I think that's there, and then you fill that in.
okay.
Sweet. How am I looking? Pretty even.
KBFX says, talking about the animatronics, that he is not subscribed there, but he does have the Stan Winston.
Excellent. Maybe someone watching could drop a link.
How do you plan for attachment on the foot to keep it from being floppy?
Well, I'm going to make it so it fits pretty tight to the shoe. Because I'm going to carve in certain areas, it's going to fit pretty tight to a shoe.
How will the bottom of the foot work? Will they be worn with shoes?
Yes, with shoes, because it's got a, yes, with shoes.
Leslie, your puppies are all asleep. They're right here. They're all right here. They're just conked out. At least it seems Stacy isn't afraid to cut something off of her sculpture.
No, Stacy is rocking it. She is unafraid.
Guys, I just put on the Hall Staff YouTube channel.
Thanks, White.
Ivan says, Stacy, you're awesome. Fist bump. Boop. That's on, guys. So you got the. You've got the link. Is this your first sculpt, Stacy?
Yes.
Looks good, Stacy.
Ish.
Has Stacy sculpted before?
She's killing it.
I have done some sculpt. Honestly, most of the sculpting I've done has been small, like miniatures, not miniatures, but like maquette style stuff. This is my first larger. That's not my first sculpt, but definitely my first mask sculpt.
Mike's Haunted Woodworks and others looking for Hall Staff. I just posted it, and this chat is moving very quickly. So it might have already passed your viewer. So scroll back a bit, you'll see it. Here it is again. This chat is moving very fast, which is good.
Stacy, you're killing it.
Thank you. I'm trying real hard.
Looks amazing. Awesome.
You're probably at a point where you should get up and look at it from a distance.
It's 9:30.
I feel like for only being an hour in, that's not
More of a distance.
the worst thing. Okay, yeah.
Big forms feel good. See anything you need to change?
Yeah, I wanna, now that I've moved those ears, they need some more bulk up top.
And I gotta start shaving down. I'm happy with my foot, but I've gotta start shaving it down.
Yeah.
Alexa, add cord reel to my shopping list. Alexa, add cord reel to my shopping list.
Could go either way. Did she get that?
Alexa, add for like electricity to my shopping list. Great.
Lisa says, wow, that's a lot of faced out masks. Are there elves?
Oh, we've changed the view. I don't have any elves out right now.
She's right. That is a lot of faced out masks.
Yes.
Are these boots made for walking? It's like one of the catchiest songs ever.
Yep.
And we'll sing it.
Yep.
Just agreed. They're not sculpting me masks, I can tell you. I can tell you got it. It's looking 100 times better than my first couple of sculpts. That's what he says.
Yeah, my goal was not potato.
Mike's on Woodworks. Next Amazon box will be full of cornmeal.
Yeah.
Are you using black latex or a black base coat of latex? Does it help pop the details when you dry brushing?
Yes, I paint it black after. So we pour in regular latex, and then we go ahead and paint it black. I see a white mask and I want to paint it black. Bow, 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 bow. Give her that look.
I'm not going to say anything. That's my view.
The audience turns.
Oh my
Let him see what he wants.
Let him sing. Let him sing if he wants to. God.
Okay.
They came to his immediate defense.
As if I were mistreated.
I was
Yeah.
a hammer.
Were you the mean mom?
Oh, yeah. They think I'm a heartbeat.
Just the worst.
Oh, my goodness.
Meanest old mama there
Yeah.
ever was.
See, here goes Ezekiel. Let him sing. It brings me joy. Ezekiel, I did not stop him.
Look, we want to find.
There may have been a look.
We want to find a quality balance between
Oh.
bringing y'all joy and not increasing Shannon's pain.
Oh,
Right.
no. I assure you, he sings all day.
She's like, I don't want to marry.
You guys get 2.5, 3 hours. He sings all the time. It's okay. Chad Smith says, I had a buddy suggest using Mon Calamari as inspiration for an alien sculpt. Kind of interested in the design.
Cool.
Yeah, Ezekiel, I'll sing out loud. I got no problem singing out loud.
You're
I can
shaming
sing.
her again.
Wife has been in musicals.
This is true.
I don't even think I've delivered pizza to a musical.
But you've gone to musicals.
I have.
Do you use the other shoe for a 3-toed foot?
No. Not right now.
Alan, I bought Rodney's skull, number 1.
Cool.
Did you have to do, did you have to? Really fast, anyway. Let me start this. Alan, I brought Rodney's skull. Number 1, what would you do to have the lower jaw move with mine? Sock or EVA pump?
Sock. Sock's going to be easier. Look at some of the Zagone Studio sock skull masks. They're excellent. And you can follow that formula.
Bobby Bryan says that his first full sentence was Mom, don't sing. Alan and Shannon have to do a Sonny and Cher duet. Yay! Theater brats. Keep it up, hard. Maybe still be sure to get plastered. That's fun.
That's fun. That's what Ed Edmonds commented on my video. He said, "You're plastered."
Lockhart says Rodney's skulls are awesome.
Yes.
Leslie says, I like Alan's version of the In the Ghetto. Ezekiel says, I was born under a wandering star. Grade 4 theater, it's most awful. That's an awesome song. Oh, Ezekiel, I bet you could kill that way that you play. You'd sing it. It's a great song.
What's a great song?
I was born under a wandering star. It's a very musical.
I like the song "I'm the Wanderer."
Good song too.
Wander around and around and around.
I roll around, around, around. I go through life without a care. And I'm as happy as a clown. And with my two fists of iron, I'm going nowhere. It's a good one.
Mike says, that Stacy is a little fireball.
Yeah,
Literally and
but
figuratively.
not the kind that Leslie drinks. The other kind.
Yeah, Leslie likes her
The
fireball.
naphtha kind.
Yeah, naphtha kind of thing.
I'll never look at fireball the same way without thinking of Leslie.
Yeah.
There won't be any issues with the ankle part of the foot stretching enough to get over the actor's foot.
No. I don't think so.
Rodney says, yes, Ezekiel, I can't believe I did it. I really can't believe I sold it. I couldn't have done it without Alan's help.
Bah, you don't mind. I'll put on the chair. Sorry, I moved the world.
Leslie says, sometimes things in life never went down.
Some of us more than others.
Twilight, what do you think?
Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 9:37 p.m.
The foot was straight, getting hairless cat vibes from the skull.
Good.
Come on, I get
Wait, misery.
We'll never know.
The world may never know. Come full circle with Tootsie Rolls.
But truly, doesn't matter.
Hello, Stephen Bishop. It's Stacy's skull. Ezekiel says, I think I could engineer happy the fireball Tim Tams for
Listen.
Leslie. No teeth, no problem.
Yeah.
Justin Rudy says, Rodney Pope, I agree about 90% of what I learned was from Alan. The other 10% was just me screwing up a lot.
It's a really good teacher.
So Stacy is way ahead of that 9:30 block timer, looking good.
Well, I mean,
It is past
it is past
9:30.
9:30. I am using tools now.
Hello, Dave Jennings, says I'm just tuning in. Is that live cast of your foot?
No, this is, I took a shoe. I took the other one of these, and I'm sculpting a foot that'll work for both the right and the left foot. And this was my base.
I'll be making killer clown gloves soon and making them from foam latex so they're more screen accurate. I may only do a limited number of them, however, due to the amount of time and foam it takes to make.
Yeah.
Latex for gloves.
Yeah, I worry a little bit about their durability, but I'm sure that you have a plan.
Did you put a mark on the table so the foot doesn't get out too far?
No, but I keep poking it. I keep poking it till I touch the shoe. And everything I'm doing now is tightening, I'm tightening, I'm tightening. I'm not really adding any clay. All I'm doing is I'm taking clay away.
It's a great thing for our first live sculpt, no matter the outcome, the character's supposed to see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that as encouragement.
All of these are Ken's tools.
Oh, they're so small.
Yeah. Now, there's some bigger Ken's tools.
They're so small. They're small.
This is also a Ken's tool. It's a medium. But yeah. Need a cut. Go. I'm now past rakes. Like I'm not going to be raking anything anymore. Now I'm refining a little more, and then I'm fixing the shape on my claws.
I gotta be honest, Stacy, the sculpt does sort of remind me of our pug when breakfast is late.
He does look angry.
That's what you want.
That's the first foot I have ever seen sculpted. Great job.
Thanks. You know what? I have sculpted so many feet in my life. For a while in Florida, I swear I was a special effects podiatrist because I made so many stilt things, and I made stilt boots, and I made stilt monster feet. And I've got some werewolf feet that I have to do on jumping stilts here coming up. I had someone sent me a message the other day, and it was, I heard you're the guy for stilt werewolves. I'm like, well, what? Can you send me an image of what you like? And he sent me a picture of me from Monster Day in my Wolfman suit. He said, I like this one. I'm like, well, you're in luck. Yeah. Do have to add a little bit of clay. The claws look best, like it's kind of falling straight now, and it just needs a little bit of a hump on it.
Tracy Davis says the little piggy will never go. Stephen Bishop says it kind of looks like the bats on Hotel Transylvania.
Okay.
Alan, our alter ego has just received an awesome scar. Where is it? How did he get it?
It is on the bottom of his foot because he was walking through a creek bed and he stepped on a broken beer bottle that shot up through the bottom of the sole of his foot and came out the top. An amber broken Budweiser bottle.
Carl?
What?
Was it Carl?
No, he just said an alter ego.
Thanks for the help with the stilt boots the other day, says Mike's Point Woodworks.
Happy to.
Rodney Pope says, how much would a pair of those feet be when you're done?
It's basically it's two almost half masks, so instead of between 80 and $100 for the pair, depending. If they've got hair on them, it'll be 100.
Allie says, Stacy, that looks amazing.
Thank you, Allie.
Allie is one of the sets of shoulders that you are standing on.
Yes.
You have had 3 or 4 different guest sculptors to watch, and to some degree, watch them all make the same kind of mistakes. Not that they were huge mistakes, but you were able to learn from different things that they did. You know, move on to tools a little faster. Set yourself a pace to have it blocked out.
Is the 80 to 100 repair for blank feet or for feet?
Painted.
How much for blank?
Probably $60 a pair, because just like there's $30 for a mask. This is going to be about the size of a half mask, so it's about the same amount of latex and labor.
Gregory Haynes says, I'm jumping on that jumping still werewolf feet leg babe like
Yeah, I've got a set to make here coming up. There's a couple people interested, and I intended to have regular werewolf feet for Trans World, but I'm not going to say that I lost my motivation and kind of got depressed a little bit, but things changed. Things changed, and the world was different than it was a while ago. So the projects I'm doing now are not the projects I had in my head back then. So today was Mug City, super muggy outside. And I'm just putting the powder on here to dry up this sculpture. I'm using a new bag of clay, and sometimes new clay is a little muddy and soft, and I want to start putting some details in here, so I got to dry it up a little bit. I could also put a hair dryer on it.
The air conditioners are fighting real hard right now.
Yeah, I don't want to overwork my AC.
Let's not make their job harder.
I hate using a heat gun in June. Hang on a second, I dropped the tool. If I don't pick it up, my dog will eventually eat it. I don't know where it is.
Roll out to the other side.
Figure it out.
Which tool is it?
I don't know, I heard it drop. Oh well.
Guess we'll find it in the dog.
A little bit older and a whole lot bolder than I used to be. Sweet 16 is turned 31.
Have you seen the new classic monster masks from Trick or Treat Studios? I'm thinking about building a life-size Frankenstein in order of my
I have them ordered.
My new sculpts, the teeth are separated and thinner. I'm afraid of the plaster breaking them off. I was going to add plaster to the bottom of them and inside the mouth when it dries some and then mold it.
Yeah, that's a way to do it. Possible. I'll see you later.
That's a key in hopes of keeping the teeth solid underneath. And the problem is they use ivory now that doesn't like layers. So I've got to figure out something to mold them without the plaster weight breaking.
Just leave when you pour that in there. Leave like nubs or something that the next plaster can grab onto. That way, it's got a mechanical bond. If you leave like a knot, and then your next plaster comes down and grabs around that knot, then it's not gonna delaminate because it has a mechanical bond holding it together.
There are lots of foot jokes going on.
Okay,
Lots of foot puns.
So, how long are we going?
a pun is a foot. I say we're going to at least 10:30,
Okay, so in the next,
maybe to 11. We might lose the wife.
Chad says, now I want to sculpt a foot. That looks awesome.
Thanks.
So in the next hour, where should I be focusing? I think now that we've moved the ears, I've shifted the bulk of the big forms to where I want them to be.
What I would probably do next is I would take a tool somewhat like this one and start putting in those big wrinkles that need to go in there.
Okay.
Start figuring out your mouth.
Okay.
Figure out a nose if you're doing a nose. If you feel you have your primary forms locked, on secondary forms. Okay, so this went pretty fast. I'm not going to say it's done, but
Chad Smith says that he wants to sculpt the foot. That's awesome. Lisa says, nice. I like how you made it work for either foot. Genius.
no, lazy.
Transworld show is now March 4th and 7th, 2020.
Yeah.
Fred Matthias says, is this our promise feet next?
You mean hoofed feet? I might do some hoofed feet. That's possible.
Mike Swanwood says, that's cool. I swiped left and it redirected me to your T-Spring site.
Oh.
Stacy, how's it feel to have an 18-year-old mini me running around?
Oh, makes me feel real old. Real old.
Right. Say about you.
Never
Yeah,
seen it.
I make you feel old?
No, that's what I say about you. You're so old. I say that all the time.
Yeah, he does. He also says I'm the new 18, so.
Tony Hawkins says that he just keeps reminding him he's an ideal roasting mate.
Yes. You know, should things get really bad.
Yeah, true, true. The house is made of candy. Look out.
Ronnie says, do you have an 18-year-old, Stacy?
I have an 18-year-old, a 17-year-old, and a about to be 15-year-old.
She ain't got no hobbies.
Well, I acquired two of them. Only one of them is mine biologically.
Hey, Alan, every time I'm doing a two-part mold, I end up breaking a lot of pieces on the mold. I feel like I make the mold thick enough. When I dig my flatheads in and try to pry the mold, I break it.
You're not making your edge thick enough. I'm willing to bet that your pry points aren't big enough for your screwdrivers, or you, and we are dim, which means that we're about to lose. Hang on.
Uh-oh.
I didn't realize we were not.
Hope says I have a 20 and 25.
4%.
Almost got bad there.
Yeah, where the mold comes to, where two pieces of the mold come together, it should not look like this. Because if it looks like this, these are just begging to break off. They should actually meet kind of flat, and then you have areas to pry against. If they meet in a point, that's, I see that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna forget stuff in my head.
What's that?
Come back, baby.
Good song. I mentioned I got an order from Ken's Tools, and I got these nice itty bitty loop tools that are made of what I guess is guitar string, because they're ridged. So it's like a loop tool and a rake combined. Like my powers combined.
Lisa Aaron says she's got a 22, 21, 21, 20, and 16. I'm an adopted mom too, free adopted.
I have 3 puppies
54 cats.
and 120 actors.
And a handful of shop.
Leslie and Ivan. Yeah. Can't forget Robert Corey.
Alan, I posted my progress on my sculpt working on any recommendations for a texture for vines.
Yes. So, vines you can kind of hit with a comb to get that, you know, all in one grain texture. I have the way that I love to do vines. It does kind of require a special tool. It is a lemon zester. But I can give you guys a demo real quick. With this clay here that I have in a pile. Would you hand me that black handled tool with hold up top? That's it.
Getting zesty.
Ezekiel says he has a 7-year-old terrorist, daughter, a 12-year-old kid, Bill, 18. Brandon says, I have no legitimate children, right?
That you
Tony
know.
Hawkins says, kick-ass Stacy, super lucky to have a cool mom.
Alright,
That's from Petey.
Ah. That's the 17-year-old.
so what this tool does is this kicks out little ribbons of clay, and then I take them and I spin them. And when I spin them, they look kind of like twisty vines. I did the eye bags on the farmer this way, just to kind of give some immediate look to it. So yeah, that technique I love for vines. You can make them as long as you want.
What is she using for the eyes?
Those are, it's a Christmas ornament that I cut in half.
Lisa says, big family equals recall actors.
Hooray!
All of ours have been press ganged into it. Evelyn was our plant pulled off of a hayride by zombies.
Awesome.
That was the secondary point at which we had a whole big group nope out and walk the quarter-mile back up to the house. And it was like, nope, we're done. We're good, thanks.
Ezekiel says, I have 2 kids. My wife makes 3. Or that.
Yeah, that happens.
Hello, Chance Speck.
Do you want to trade? I'm all over torso. I can.
No, no. Sculpt.
Sorry.
No sculpt. See, the bishop has 7 kids.
Whoa.
Will Alan do an eye tutorial at camp if he has enough pupils? Oh, 1980.
You read that whole thing.
That's it. No more 1980.
Got you again.
That's it. Everybody else, that's it. Done 1980.
She's punned out, y'all.
That's it. That's it. Enjoy the spotlight. I'm gonna throw tomatoes at you.
Have a
That's
wire
it.
tool back.
You're done.
The
Wiry, cuttery.
wiry, cuttery ones.
Leslie says, I'm always amazed at the tiny detail Alan does with his big man hands. Ezekiel said, I'm excited now that Transworld has released dates. I'm looking at flights.
Hooray!
DJ Styles. Made my master Myers mask, Alan.
Cool.
I made 2 mistakes and I need your advice.
Okay. Hit me. The only way to progress sometimes is to make a mistake. Because you can stare at it with your arms crossed all day until you start something. Then you can't fix it.
Chance Speck says, I am so excited I can go to Transworld with my aunt next year because I'm old enough.
Hooray!
texture stamps from Monster Makers. I have problems getting them to work. My sculpt is either too hard to where I have to push too hard, or it's wet and where it just leaves a mess. Also, small areas, I can't seem to find a good medium. Any advice?
Don't use texture stamps. I pretty much don't use texture stamps. I don't like them. All too common. It looks like it was just texture stamped. So, yeah, I mean, it's finicky. There has to be, you have to hit it in the sweet spot. I would say just sculpt your texture, man. That's it's minor toe surgery. And earlier, you probably heard me say, I'm done raking things. Well, I wasn't done raking things. I was done at the moment.
There was an interlude.
Yeah, now, you can also make texture stamps out of different materials. I think theirs are just latex, if I recall. I haven't bought them in forever. I think theirs are latex. You could always make a texture stamp out of plastic, which would work on, out of resin, which would work on stiffer clays. And if your clay is too wet, then you should, it's telling you it's not ready for texture stamps. Listen to your clay.
Still drawing.
Okay, that's fine. I had some mow.
Speaking of the
Rodney Phillips says, I learned I'll never do another mask without high cut marks.
Yeah, making mistakes like that is what really teaches you. I'm not good because I did everything perfect the first time. If I'm good, it's because I screwed a lot of things up. A lot.
PJ Styles, the first mistake was making my mask too big. I made a foam-filled mask, but I need to reduce the size. Any tips?
Just make another mold because your latex is going to shrink a little bit. And the next time that you make a mold off your master, it's going to be a little smaller than the one before it was. Each time you are reducing it by, let's say 8%.
Disagree, says I need very little, very subtle skin texture, human skin. It's the part of my skin.
Yeah, just put it in with with brushes or tools. Just poke. Give yourself a carpal tunnel. Actually, you know what? Ken's Tools is a pour tool, which actually works really well. I like it. I have not bought one, but I used one when I lived in Orlando. I have to be careful of the texture that I put on this because this has to work with many things. I am texture.
Six people watching, moving on to items.
realized I had a gap under his eye.
Yeah, get it even. And one trick for that is to use your two fingers
Mm-hmm.
and put your two fingers on the same point. And then you'll feel if one is higher than the other. And then you can rake and make it even. Close your eyes and feel which one is higher.
Yeah, like this.
But I'd start defining that mouth because
Okay.
where does your lip end and your inside your mouth start?
So I like the smaller upper plate of the sketchy one. That one
Yeah.
really like almost totally straight bottom
Yeah, I like that too.
plate.
That's a strong design.
So like the best way to sketch out under lip like gum placement just roughing that out? Like,
What's the question?
I guess what's the best way to get that form, like, ready to be a place where you can park teeth?
Oh.
Okay,
That's my gum sockets,
cool.
you know? Find an appropriate size and tool or
Yeah.
whatever and push it in there. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 10:14.
Once you feel you are even, push on the scooter.
Sam Staples for the second copy I will load after only 2 hours of your time. How long should I wait to clear the
I wait 6 to 12 hours. It is silly to think that it's going to be all the way dry in just 2 hours. Now, Ed Edmonds uses US #1 pottery plaster, and on his hand making video he just recently did, he tried to pull too soon. I think it was only in there like an hour and a half, and fell apart on it.
Does the foot end up being a shoe cover or something?
Or what?
Does the foot end up being a shoe cover or something?
It's a shoe cover. Hey, it's the Stacy Show.
Yeah, today.
I must tinkle.
Stacy, is that what I'm watching?
I don't know. It does appear like who's been and the children are watching. I don't know if my folks are on, but at least some of the kids are watching. The one daughter that thinks it's cool. The other, well, I guess both daughters think it's cool. So it's like, meh, whatever.
That's Evelyn?
Yeah.
Great.
Emily Gray and Justice.
These are like awesome.
I can take no credit for the daughters' names.
Rue Newman.
Rue!
There, all these numbers.
A Rue sighting.
Say hello to Rue.
What's up, Rue?
The kids back in school yet, or are you still in summer?
We are
vacation?
still in summer vacay.
They started.
Yeah.
Stacy, you're doing a great job. And the scariest thing about Ed's hands was figuring out how to play games. Stacy, I can't wait to see the finished ones.
You and me both.
Us too. Sorry.
Josephine looks super cool, and Stacy's killing it so far. I can't wait to see the final product, but I gotta head out for the night. Good night to Justin and Rudy.
Good night, Justin.
Buenos noches.
So the hardest part about the Wednesday sculptathons is A, having the guest sculptor find the time to finish their sculpture. B, making sure everything is molded. My goal today was I wasn't going to sculpt anything new unless everything I had sitting around was molded. The only thing that isn't is the Gibbering Malder, which is well on its way, but Allie did not get it finished today.
Who wants to know what you're making?
Me?
Oh,
I'm making a monster foot, and she's making stinkor.
Stinkor.
good night, Leslie. We miss you.
We miss you, Leslie.
Stacy will have the experience now to do a snarf sculpt.
Snarf.
No one likes snarf.
For smoothing purposes.
Mm-hmm.
What are we tool-wise?
Okay, so you have a couple options. What I like at that stage is probably a black sponge.
Okay. Okay.
And you're just gonna you're taking away your rake
Okay.
and you're sort of going with the flow. Oh, someone's crazy.
Massive wingspan is set.
Yeah, so it's a black sponge. And does he have any distinct? Yeah, so there's some stuff in here that you still should happen, I think.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give him a little small, but I think everything else that's in there is his clothespin.
Yeah, put a wrinkle across here.
Okay.
You know, and
To give him a
you'll have to
spot.
make up this anatomy because it's
Yeah,
not in.
'cause there is no
it's not
anatomy,
there.
yeah.
You have to make it up.
Okay.
How will the actor breathe and stinkle?
Probably through the mouth.
Yeah,
Because-
there'll be good
Because
holes
the
there.
nose is actually right up under this gum line there.
You got to figure out what's happening here. Why are these separate?
Because he's got like, it looks like he's got that fur line that goes over the bottom lip.
But the corner of the mouth is the corner of the mouth.
Yeah.
And you need a corner in your corner of the mouth.
Okay.
You have to define that.
Okay. Move you guys so I can get back in there.
Are they up in your business?
Up in my business, y'all.
I'm gonna grab my favorite sculpting tool, what a sculptor uses.
So, Drew says, I can't wait to see all of the Masters of the Universe masks next to each other.
Listen, it's happening. It's not on my list this week, but Master of the Universe arms are going to be on my list. But first, I have to build a setup to hold them because that's going to be a special rig. So I have to get that rig built, and then I will add Master of the Universe arms onto my list that can be used for any of the characters.
Is that your favorite tool?
This is my favorite sculpting tool, and I made this years ago. It is plastic shafted Q-tips. It's just their shafts attached to a tongue depressor with electrical tape, and it makes the best lines for wrinkles.
Someone posted a picture of their Masters of the Universe masks. Yeah, they're really cool looking.
Yeah,
That's the guy that got your
yeah, he had my Beast Man in those pictures. He bought the paint sample, the test paint, I should say. Yeah, those were good.
When I reduce this mask out, I will send you a copy of this mask, okay? Do you want the mask finished to completion, or would you like it? I'm giving a note here. It's DJ's.
I would say unpainted and haired because then I can play with it. So I'm a fan of playing with stuff. You'll be shocked from there.
Kel's pleased.
Chad Smith says, I thought it looked like a beast mode.
Yep, that's my beast mode. Okay, now the foot is getting some texture on it.
Craig, who asks, those feet are great, are they shoe covers?
Are they? Yes, they're shoe covers. Because I want your shoes to make contact with the ground, because that is what's safest. These guys should fit a 10s and 11s, and then we'll do others that fit 9s and 8s. 7s and 8s.
Amber Frack. Hi,
Frack
Amber.
tag.
Says, yo, Stacy, do the things. I'm wearing my Silk East Monster Maker shirt in purple for Stacy's support.
Oh,
Yes.
cool.
Alan is so excellent at making awesome stuff on the cheap. I'm a huge fan of using stuff off label because you need to improvise and overcome accessibility.
Well, thank you.
Same.
John C. says, if I have 55 pallets of clay delivered to your house, can I come as a guest sculptor and build a castle for the skull?
Holy moly. No. I don't have room for Castle Grayskull. And that mold would be a killer. If we're going to build Castle Grayskull, guys, we're doing it out of styrofoam, okay? That's the way you do that. And I know this because I used to work in Castle Grayskull. If you look at pictures of Skull Kingdom in Orlando, it was Castle Grayskull. Already worked there. Good times.
You mentioned hair. How would you apply? Just around the ankles?
I would do enough hair here to cover. I don't want the hair to touch the ground. So yeah, I mean, I do hair up around here.
Bruce says, let's turn the shop into Castle Grayskull.
No. Hold still now.
Chad Smith says, I think you nailed it. That could easily be a flip for several types of monsters. With man, reptile, and plants.
That's the hope. Thank you. I'm going to grab some brushes and brush this guy out. I'm happy with it. You know what? I'm going to powder him again because I got some boogers from putting on the texture. Cursed boogers. That was 16
Yeah,
candles,
so you had
wasn't
16
it?
candles and then the Breakfast Club theme.
Let it say.
Hey man, I can't say nothing.
The challenge is to try and keep up with how many times the song changes.
So there's an AC/DC song that I cannot sing because I can only get a few lines into it before it turns into "That's What Friends Are For," and I don't know why that happens or how it happens, but it's such a natural progression for me. That it's just I can't stop doing it.
There's a band called Axis of Awesome,
Okay.
and they did a song called Four Chords, and it's basically like every pop song written in the last 30 years that have the same 4 chords in it, and they transition from a line of one song to a line of another. There's a couple of songs in there that I hadn't heard before their rendition, and now I can't hear them in the wild without automatically transitioning to the next song in my head.
Well, there's that one that's Canon and D, whatever.
Yeah, it's the Pachelbel rant, but
Yeah,
expanded.
pocket belt.
Bruce said, he said that he wanted to turn the shop into Castle Greystone. He said, you're right, Snake Mountain will be better.
Heck, yes, or the Fright Zone.
Zombie Frack says they are the perfect four points.
So he's got that fur line. I guess it carries down below the lip. Like,
I think that's lip, because I see lip down here. That's lip. His lip stops higher,
yeah,
but I like the other one. I like this one.
yeah.
He's pugalicious.
TJ Styles says, you got it, my friend. I want to thank you so much for all your help and all the entertaining years of watching. Thank you.
Well, thank you. That's very nice.
Stephen Bishop says, how about that pop song that uses the Monsters theme? Yes, John Wesley. 1980 says, instead of Castle Grayskull, how about a backdrop that resembles the toy packaging and display the masks in front of that?
Well, my plan,
Very
all right, so
nostalgic.
there is a He-Man convention in California.
There was.
Well, there wasn't one this year, but there'll be one next year. And I want to go. It's called PowerCon. And I kind of think I'm going to go.
Tony Hawkins, oh wow. I'm already setting snake traps. How many to make a mountain? Tony,
We know.
PowerCon, yeah. That's all.
I think it's in
That's
Pasadena.
what I hear.
It's somewhere in California.
Yep.
And bring some folks out and do some real fun costume play around.
KBFX says, come to Spooky Empire.
I've been to Spooky Empire a couple times.
Bruce said, what? I don't want to go.
PowerCon in California, dude.
Says, I want to go to that eventually. It's a long way to Pasadena. Count me in, says Ezekiel.
Woohoo!
It amazes me how quickly that van could be full for a road trip.
Yes.
Amazing, but not surprising.
Still, these road trips are epic.
Truth.
Okay, foot's done. I almost just dropped it just now. Almost just dropped this whole board on the ground. It's like, okay, I got to catch up.
Roger Bryan says, I was at Spooky for the Elvira riots.
Elvira riots.
Oh, that was before they moved to Foxborough, right?
Were there riots over Elvira?
Yeah.
Like, because she's amazing and everyone wants to be near her, or because they didn't want her there?
Sometimes Spooky advertised people were going to be there.
No. No.
She was there.
Yeah. Lies.
Rusev would nerd out so hard.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I'd have to wear a Beastman costume the whole time I was there,
Yeah.
because if I had pockets, that'd be dangerous.
Yeah.
Ezekiel said, are we going in Rue's hot rod? Jerry Collins says, hello, Alan and Stacy.
Hello. All right. Got my little beans in.
Okay. Oh, you could put in the
I
beans.
put the beans in.
You did put in the beans. Yeah. Doesn't that make a huge difference?
Show 'em my beans.
Hey now. Not that kind of channel.
That has little corner of the mouth beans. All right. So it's almost 10:30.
Hmm?
Do we want? I mean, I feel weird when it's just me.
No, I'm about to do more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull the warthog over here. I got to put the layer on it.
Okay.
But what I think you should do too.
They said Elvira was there, but the riots were Funko Pop vinyl collectors were upset that her pop didn't get
Oh my.
Oh,
riot over pops.
well,
That is the most white people thing I've ever heard. Ever.
Can I get in there?
Yeah.
What I want to do is I'm going to use this, and I want to establish this top ridge.
Okay.
See this ridge?
Yeah, that runs all the way to the.
Yeah. It's kind of there, but it's not strong.
Okay.
So let's make it stronger, and I'm going to use this tool. I'm going to do the left side.
Okay.
And you're going to do the right side. See, I'm using that 90-degree corner.
Mm-hmm.
Use that 90-degree corner. Come in and establish. Now, where's that go? It goes into here, but it doesn't go all the way down to the eye. It kind of stops it. Huh?
Okay.
So that I would probably do some kind of wrinkling
Yeah.
in the nose and then peel it out. And yeah, and then you're dialing in around your eye. I put a ring of some kind of soft tissue around the eye.
Okay.
It's not any of your reference, but it wouldn't be.
It's a little bit on the.
Your mouth is skewed this way.
Okay.
You come over here and look at your sculpture.
Ah, yeah, okay.
And you're high on this side.
Okay.
So you might need to take a slice out
Okay.
of over here to even it up.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
You can come look at
Yeah.
it this way and you'll see.
Oh, yeah, okay. She beefy on this side.
1980 and Ezekiel were saying that they don't understand your wheel of pops.
I do not. I have the Beastman pop, and I wouldn't mind having a Krampus pop, but what's that, honey?
So I thought you had that.
I have a Beastman. Yeah, in here. I don't want to mess with it, but I want to mess with it.
Mess away.
and-
It's your baby.
And I would give yourself. I'm going to use this tool, but I'm going to use a back edge so it's not that aggressive.
Okay.
A little bit of an attitude here.
Okay.
Just a little bit of humpiness
Okay.
so that these make a little more sense.
Okay.
And you're having to go beyond your reference material.
Mhm.
You've out-surpassed your reference material. So, in a way that's good, but now
Now
you either
now
switch
we're-
to another set of reference material or you're comfortable making it up. But now you start putting in hard, now it's coming into focus.
Okay.
And you gotta put in sharp lines. You've gotta put in wrinkles that do not exist in your reference material. So you're not sculpting the hair, so what wrinkles are under the hair?
Okay. Quick, naked cat pictures. Not those.
DJ Styles says, I want to make a plaster armature out of a latex mask. If I make the mold over this mask, can I fully plaster mold with plaster release?
No, because you're going to have undercuts. And generally, you cannot mold a rigid to a rigid. But if you have latex, you could make a latex mold of a plaster cast and then make plaster copies. Or just fill the inside of your mask with plaster and use your mask as the mold.
Hello, Alan from the UK.
Hello, UK. Who is that?
David Carter,
Hey, David Carter, good to see you on again.
who says, I gave you Beastman.
You did. Oh.
Are those arm gauntlets in the background by Shannon?
That's not important. You see nothing.
Michelle Schulte says, okay, I had to get the Carl Cleaver tea and the I'm not too smart for it. Good night, Stephen Bishop. What? 83 people are watching. It's 83 people.
Alexa, countdown, 15 minutes.
15 minutes. 7 minutes.
I would also grab a big lump of clay in your hand and speed fill in these gaps and holes and things that you cut. Because you don't want to be detailed and then have to go back and do that. It's such a pain in the butt. But that is very much stinkor. I think you're very much dialing it in. I'm going to mix up some plaster because I have a boar mold right here that I'm working on. Those arm gauntlets are part of an apocalypse costume that we have in order for that Stacy is knocking out.
Oh, I'm working on it.
You set off Bruce ALEXA. Chad says, I was a young workaholic. Bruce says, oh, he was a young workaholic.
Of course
Down as a roller, left a certain thing.
Clear this event after.
That's what Rachel Powell said. Chad Smith, did you clear this event after? He's a century old.
We can see these things.
So maneuver and argument right now is called playing with disaster.
I was gonna say, you're the boss, man. I don't know. You don't see what he's doing? He's doing bad things
I'm sick blaster
in
in
the
the plaster.
plaster bucket. So if he loses that grip, it's a bad day.
Everyone is singing when I was a young workaholic.
Okay, well at least they have hobbies.
Rachel, Chad Smith says, Rachel, I don't remember any more of the song. 1980 says, it needs more meerkat. Tarantula. I remember some 35 years ago, a friend of mine got steamrolled for her birthday and chased her party guests around the house until they showed themselves in the ring. A bunch of 6-year-olds running for their lives.
That's awesome. If you didn't run because something was stinky, were you even 6 years old? Which one?
All right, now buckle up.
Are you ready?
I think it's got to come from under the eye, this whole side. Here,
Oh,
I
go
know.
in sideways.
Sideways.
Yeah, don't mess up your sculpture. Just take out a pie slice, and then fold it back.
Guess I'm. So come in from here.
I would find a point. Let me take a look at it.
Because I think this whole,
You are high on this side, and it's
Yeah.
all in here.
yeah.
So what I would do is I would hold it here, cut in and out in a wedge shape.
Okay.
So cut in, maybe then peel back a little bit,
Yeah.
then cut back this way, taking out just as much as it's high, and then you fold it back.
It's whack or thin.
What is?
How much higher we are on this side? Like not
Uh,
much. Quarter of an inch.
this eye is higher too, though.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's about a third of an inch. Alexa, count down 2 minutes.
Second time, 2 minutes.
It's not begin to scorch.
Why? Thank you.
She's got this. Okay, it freaks me out to watch someone else cut their sculpture with a wire too, by the way. That is the most no muss, no fuss way to do it. Because it gets, you know what I mean? And you don't have to resculpt that much.
Just wanted to pop in and say thanks for the plaster video, Alan. I learned a lot. Me and the wife both laughed. And sure, we
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun.
We made a plaster mold of this mask and then poured liquefied monster clay into the plaster mold.
Well, you would have to break the plaster mold off in order to get the clay out unscathed. Clay is always destroyed when it comes out of a plaster mold. You're trying to skip a step, and you're going to have to either make one in clay or really mold it several times to get it where it needs to be.
Ezekiel sent me a cat video.
Ezekiel, I'm trying to get work out of her.
1980 says He-Man conventions have cats.
They have battle cats.
Brown cats. That's what
They have
everybody says.
panthers,
That's what everybody's saying.
which I have a great cat mask, which would make an excellent panther.
Space Age Monkey says, hey Alan, did you not get my second email regarding the chimp packs?
I did, and my wife actually yelled at me yesterday for not getting back to that. That's my fault. She brought it up. This evening, when I sit down on my computer, I will answer your chimp mask email. That is my bad. Alexa, stop. That is my bad. She brought it to my attention that it needed to be addressed, and I didn't do it. It's nothing personal. I don't do a lot of computer stuff right now because I'm in here doing the things. And Tuesdays and Wednesdays are hard because of YouTube Wednesday. I bought more Loctite foam today.
Yeah, you did.
So we're going to Loctite this puppy.
Yes.
You haven't seen that yet,
I
have
have
you?
not. I've only seen the great stuff.
It's pretty crazy. Were you here for great stuff?
I think I watched it on Broadway.
John C. says the La Brea Targets Museum had a live actor saber-tooth tiger and it looked like a fat cat.
Ooh.
Awesome.
Hello, pin shot.
All right, so our plaster is mixed. This was not on the plaster video. This is a new technique that I just made up.
1980 says that he actually wrote some fan fiction. He-Man.
That's cool. Wait, it wasn't adult fan fiction, was it? Because my first intro to fan fiction, sadly, that's what it was. I'm like, oh, no. Abort.
Regrets.
Like, I thought it was just cool stories.
Jerry, can you help me out, Jerry? Can you rewrite your comment?
What does it say?
Miss Allen, is Stacy forehead high? Is that you helping her on?
Yep.
It's a 5 anyway.
Yep. I think that's correct.
Write it again, Jerry. Alan, can you one day weigh the Loctite mold compared to a similar size older mold?
Yes, because I'm going to do a whole video on this technique to see if it's worth it or not, and that's going to be part of it. You'll see it pop out because the straw inside, and then it
Oh, like a zit. That's horrible.
kind of like a zip.
Oh, gross. And it incorporates just like the great stuff?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Right now I'm watching it rise a little bit.
Yeah.
Mix it in.
It's like foaming egg whites.
It is. I don't necessarily want to break the foam. I want to incorporate it.
I have a mask
Fold.
that is exactly the same size as my head. I have nobody I trust to make a plaster casting of my head where I live.
Drive to somewhere you do not live and have them do it. Where do you live? What area are you in? Maybe there's someone on here that you don't trust enough that lives closer to you. But one of the hardest things, man, is getting your head cast as a makeup artist. Because you can do it to other people, but you can't do it to yourself.
One of the other YouTube channels that I follow, Tara Tours, just did a makeup video thing where she copied Jared Leto's little globes look with the neck out look. Anyway, he has a copy of his own head with him for this red carpet. So she made a copy of her own head, but she totally did it like the scary plaster bandages and straws, and I was like, no, don't do it.
So you have some folks on the Rue and KBFX are asking what you're doing with Loctite foam.
Okay, so I'm holding the Loctite foam straw underneath the plaster, all right? And I'm putting the foam into the plaster. And then I'm folding them together and I'm incorporating the foam into the plaster. And what is this doing? This is making me a lighter Rue. Remember aircrete? This is foam. This is a material that turns into stone. So that is why I started doing this. And I've done this on several molds now. It's nice and strong. It still wicks just as fast. So I'm very happy with this mixture. I use it on the last coating of the mold or so only.
Fan fiction was a paper story of how he found his battle speed dog literally the opposite of creepy. That's where the reverse color battle cat came from. Sculpting.
Cool.
What is Stacy working on?
Stacy is still. Go ahead. Tell her.
Oh, I'm sculpting Stinkor from Masters of the Universe.
Because that's her favorite character
Do you like a sculpt?
that she learned about recently, today.
Tarantula says, I miss sculpting. I did my own TMNT figures
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
with my OC judgment, but the project was cursed. 2 different ovens caught on fire as I was trying to bake them.
Oh no.
That happens.
DJ Styles is in New Jersey. Jersey Double Cup. Tarantula, before I try again, they hit the carpet. Picked up every carpet fuzzy on her.
Oh, of course.
Then I wanted to set them myself on fire.
Well, I was actually going to recommend when something does pick up fuzz like that, run a lighter over it. And I almost have a full can in here. And I am taking my time incorporating this and mixing because, well, I know what I want to do with it, so I'm not worried about, having enough working time or whatever.
It was too late. My cats were going to help them down from the shop.
Oh no.
Let's see.
Cats are jerks.
Your cat is a jerk.
Love the cats. Love the jerks.
So now I have this fairly lightweight. It's not very lightweight, but it's certainly about half the weight of plaster.
Yep, me too, dead end. He says every time you read 1980s posts, I'm waiting for the punchline.
Yep. Say we all.
Alexa, stop.
I just have to review before I say. And some of them guys, this chat moves very fast, and I also have private messages coming over on different places, so I get to read every single thing. But you guys are reading.
And there's the cat videos
And then there's the cat video.
that she's watching. Thanks, Ezekiel. This is my last layer that I use to bulk up this bottom edge for prying. I'm going to grab a little cup from over there too, because I want to build up right here.
Ezekiel sent me video of Spooky. Oh, Spooky the cat.
You're going to watch that after you're done with the live feed?
Yeah, I'll watch later. That's what I'm going to do.
You're not watching that now, are you?
No, no. No, I'm not watching it get this little white kitten that's on the blanket. Hurry. I'm not watching that at all. Oh my gosh.
People have important questions. We're doing
Oh.
science.
Ezekiel, this kid's killing me.
And art.
Yeah.
The sweet logo says, watching with the sound off, trying to get my kids to sleep.
Oh, it's so fluffy. It
It's
looks
so
like
fluffy.
cake
Hard.
batter. Yeah.
It is. It's like cake batter. It's nice.
Wait, what are you doing? Is that plaster and foam mixed together? That's crazy.
Yes, it's plaster. Who said that?
DJ stuff.
Yes, it's plaster and foam mixed together. A little something I've been doing lately, and I like it. Yeah, some people are calling it hopscrete because aircrete is what inspired me.
Did you need a blocking staple?
So it's possible.
Okay.
Do you have a vein? Oh, puppy nightmares.
You're gonna get some of those special fogger scents for him?
We could just scent him. Yeah.
Could you use Loctite with USG number one?
I'm sure you could.
How strong does it feel?
Pretty strong. I'm going to have to test it and figure out what the noticeable difference is. But I'm not unhappy with its strength. Alexa, count down 2 minutes. Just going to leave it alone for a couple minutes here.
Violent love. Hopefully I can get my yard up and running this year. I'll be sprinkling liquid smoke all over the place. A delicious burning forest aroma. That's nice.
Hooray!
What do you think would happen if this technique was used to bake foam latex?
I think it would cause a fire, a terrible, terrible fire. Because this is pretty flammable, you can tell by the off-gassing, and yeah.
Teresa says, I'm good at causing terrible, terrible fires.
Who said that?
The tarantula.
Well, that's one way to do it.
Cause terrible fires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1980 suggested chili oils. Chili.
I love for chili, but I'm 100% that Renfair girl.
I'll never work with Palmer Clay again.
Alexa, stop. Before you go in with that tool, you're gonna want to smooth out all your waymarks more.
Okay, I was just trying to push this into the small and this is flexible.
Gotcha.
So I was thinking around the eyeball without dinging stuff up above it.
Then use the one that has a wedge tip on it,
Okay.
because that's gonna do a better job of pushing.
Big mold for a foot. What did I miss? Says Mike's comment before.
This is the foot, and we're molding it. Yeah. Yeah, I might have got a little carried away with the mold.
Alright, you guys
So that's
done?
not the, that's not the foot, that's the warthog.
I was getting him.
Oh.
Yes, it's the warthog.
Sorry. I was like, wait a second. This would be really embarrassing. Sculpted and molded thing. Like, I'm not even done.
What were you saying, love?
Sorry.
No. No, okay. How light is that combination?
It's not heavy, but it's not, I mean, it is still plaster, so there is some weight to it. My whole goal with this lump is to make this sit level on a table when I'm pouring it up. It's like a kickstand with a bore face. Some faces look better with a kickstand. Some faces look better kicked.
Bruce says, I'll stop canceling it and just let him have him cancel it too. The original speaker board toy had patchouli oil mixed into the plastic to give it a permanent smell. Was that
What?
true?
It, yes, it did.
Really?
And
Yep.
it was patchouli. Aw.
Yeah. But it mixed with the plastic and it did not smell great.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
1980 says, Moss Man was fine.
He was.
It's fine.
Yeah, it smelled like pine.
Tarantula claims that patchouli is nasty. It is not.
It's an acquired stank.
Yeah. Something about spring that
Yeah.
this was a fair.
Yeah, it is absolutely fair.
I like it.
There are times when I've smelled patchouli and it was bad, and there are times when I've smelled patchouli and it was pleasant.
Actually, the patchouli plant, that comes from patchouli, it smells actually really
Yeah.
nice.
What was that laugh about?
People see puppies.
Oosh.
You keep this from depositing more fingers.
What's that?
You keep this from depositing more fingers.
You brush away.
I was like, fingers all over the place. When do you have to be up at the office tomorrow?
Tomorrow's
Friday?
Thursday.
Tomorrow is Thursday.
Yeah.
What's your tomorrow?
I'll be here making monster stuff.
Okay. We'll make it up next time.
Okay.
Good. What time do we get started? 8:30?
No, all right, there, we got out.
We got it.
Chosen and started, yeah, because you were at 8:30, they were kicking you. So I'm gonna say a little bit after 8. What are you doing, Alan?
Well, when this is upside down, I want this to have a foot to rest on so that it will sit level. So I got to fill it up with latex.
What is it?
There we go. I think that'll work. I can tell that Cheney is just cruising around.
Things.
Yes, things to mess with. What can I destroy with my mouth? That's going to be awesome.
Yes, 1980, I have a negative test. Thank you, Drew. Very sweet.
Well, Bruce,
Sounds good.
yeah.
We're talking about smoking meats.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about the ribs and pork shoulder. And skin. That's good.
What's up, buddy? Cheney. How's it going, boy? Everything okay? What are you thinking about? You got stuff to do? You got important dog things?
That was close.
Okay.
You gotta come get in her business.
Okay. I think he is coming along.
Yeah. Not bad for a couple of hours.
No. Let's get back and let's look at it from a distance.
Let's bring them with us.
Oh yeah, they'll want to see too. So now I'm seeing, see how high this comes in and slopes?
Yeah.
Look at the other side. It comes in lower. This hits like at the low point of the eye,
Yeah.
and that one is a little higher.
I have to.
So you just figure out which one you like better.
Yeah.
He definitely needs to get hair on him.
Yeah.
And
I'm still up in the air as to whether or not he's gonna get a teeny little nose under there, or if that will just be a stupid Easter egg.
I do a nose right here.
Yeah.
I would do a nose right
A
here.
little bitty small one.
Yep.
I kind of roughed out a shape for one, and then I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, do it. And you got to put in your segmentation lines here.
Yes.
And I would give those a brush texture because they look like they could be bone.
Yeah.
Yeah, what an interesting critter he is.
Yeah. Stinker.
And are you going to use pumpkin teeth on him?
Yeah, I think.
Okay. You want to get the pumpkin teeth and put them in?
Sure.
That'll give you a look at what he's going to look like finished. The small ones are probably on the bottom.
How are you all handling the lockdown?
We're doing a lot of this. This is what I am doing during lockdown. Making monsters. I'm going live almost every night. Yeah, we're doing lots. Okay. I'm gonna turn on the compressor. You know what? While you're popping in teeth,
Yar.
I'm gonna take them in the other room.
Okay.
And
Do the thing.
pull the farmer.
I like it.
It's all fun and games. You pull a farmer.
Oh. Can't put teeth in the top of this right now. Because it's like right up on that nose. Ponder.
Figure it out.
All right, should I take off the camera and I'll carry it?
Yes. We probably have enough juice for that. Pardon?
Who is this?
Farmer. This is Darren, Karen's husband. I assume they're married. They could be living in sin for all I know. But I'm not gonna assume things about people. So it's poured up today, much earlier. But this is a pretty open mold, so I feel pretty good that he's all the way cured. First pull, so I'm being a little gingerly. I'm figuring out how he gets pulled.
Looks good.
I think it looks good.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
It's a good pull.
Yeah.
Make a good sock mask.
Looks good.
Looks like I have a little air bubble under the ear right here. But I can patch that in plaster now that I know it's there. Everything else looks really nice.
Sweet.
I wonder if Nash is ready.
There's your boy, Dan.
I think it's ready. Now this is one that he's pretty deep because he has all those weird, crazy stuff going on with it. And he will be very hard to pull because there's so much happening. Remember, he's got teeth up in here in his brow.
Oh.
He has undercuts like crazy. a real deep spot in the mold. Pulled out a chunk of mold. No big deal. Air bubble probably. I did not like tweak his pour at all because I wanted to see how he poured without it.
Wow. That is crazy.
Yeah, he's a little nuts. Little clay was stuck in the mold there. Came out with the first pull. That's pretty common. Oh, there we go. That's nice. Okay, we have two. Boy, he's so clean. I like him.
So we'll get some shots of him for blanks tomorrow.
Yes. Hello, Shane. Didn't like us being in there, did he?
Where y'all been? Where you been? He's okay, buddy. It's okay, buddy.
That looks awesome.
Yeah, I think Darren is gonna be nice.
So, with some teeth in him, and a little nose roughed out.
Yeah. I'd push these guys down. I'd push these guys in a little more and these guys down a little more to make them a little smaller.
We may have to trim those top ones, cause
Or else they'll poke out.
oh well, they're hitting the nose of the head form. What like the I cut almost the entirety of the spike
Right.
off on them, and
Did you hold that?
but yeah, I agree. Get them a little smaller. A little smaller. Uh-oh, what'd you do?
I don't know.
Is that on Wall Street? Yeah, that's just yours.
Okay. Well,
Where's it out there anyway?
that's there now.
After 11.
Is it after 11?
Huh?
Wow. Wife is a trooper. All right. So I'm pretty happy with your stinkor.
Thank you.
Right here. You got some smoothing to do. You're gonna have to get rid of those, and then you're gonna simply be in smoothing territory, putting in these lines real fast. Clean up back here, a little dirty.
Quick and dirty was the theme of the night.
Yeah, no, that's nice. I think I like this side better than this side.
Okay.
But
I
that's
think it
just
ended
me.
up a little wonky because of the cutting and like
Maybe.
the initial cut and reshift of the ears I think left me with some weird unintentional forms
Gotcha.
that I'll have to
Yeah,
suss out a little bit.
but it's looking good, and I can see stinkor in it. You know,
Yay.
I can see stinkor in it for sure.
Thank you.
Oh, we're hard.
I'm about to, oh yeah, a little bit of juice left.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not starting to pumpkin myself.
All right, gang. So Stacy sculpted a stinkor. I sculpted a monster foot, which is over here. Actually, you know what? All I have to do is this. I sculpted a monster foot back there. It's ready to go. I'll mold it tomorrow. And finish up the warthog mold. And good day, guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us for the Wednesday sculpting lottery. Wife, say goodnight.
Night.
Stacy, say goodnight.
Good night.
And I say go big stuff.